Welcome to King's Landing, a city of kings and whores where anything can happen.
Yeah, that's quite right.
Do be careful, because shit's about to get real.
Well, I'm the fucking king! Probably wrathy and wrathful and nasty when I drop a fucking hammer and bang like a
Well, gotta watch out for copyright.
I
wanna do that. Gotta bring us down. Let's put promotion for our Firefall Game of Thrones Ultimate Battle Rap. I don't really care in reality, okay? Welcome to the second part of this particular stream. Maybe people come back, maybe people go to bed. Don't really care. So, getting into crybullying, a victim cloud, and trolling. What does any of those mean? What do I know? Or is all this a troll? Don't know. Don't care. Have fun with the life. Raise your pipes. So, a little bit of a troll there in the beginning. You know, going with the Game of Thrones, the fire. Let me not troll or, bully Grums or anyone out there, because I have such power to make these people go and cry, obviously. And my next victim of me being a bully. So far, I'm not trying to bully him. Here, let's take a look at someone covering Nick.
I want to guide you
Big
through a story of intrigue in gaming
Incubus.
journalism.
Prepare your
You see
eyes.
here
If you don't like
the
the
Twitter account
degeneracy,
of
you
Nick
might not
Landra.
like
He's
this,
the co-founder
but
and editor-in-chief
why the
of
hell are
Second
you
Wind
here?
Group, producer of SS
Okay.
Vagabond, and the former editor-in-chief
I'm
of
not
The Escapists. Second Wind
anti-degeneracy.
Group is apparently the former team from The Escapists, and they're currently working
Okay,
their
let's
way
see how
to
this
rise
is
again.
covered.
Today at 2:06 p.m., Nick
Eldritch
published a
horror.
tweet, and it says, "Well, I have official confirmation now on Mark Kern coercing Gigabear,
No,
his
no,
top
no
backer, into
preview
speaking
here.
positively on his project from
Okay.
Gigabear himself. I received an anon tip that confirms what I suspected in my reporting. The tweet from Gigabear confirms this convo happened. And here you have a conversation between Gigabear and a fellow named Rusty Nail. Gigabear, what's up, Rusty Nail?
We need to talk
Yeah,
about your future with
okay.
my project.
Is there
Get good.
smearing me, isn't it? I'm told
Get
anyone
good,
to
Nick,
harass
okay.
I'm talking to you right now. Plenty more. I
Yeah,
will
going over
you
this.
spending this
publicly. He is a grift.
You can check all this. You can check this video.
And here's the beginning of that conversation
Yeah,
we just had. And to
Catfish,
continue at 2:06,
Catfish
this is a thread, so I
power.
believe he did it all at once.
Goodbye.
Gigabear was the top backer of M8er. I'm not sure how that's pronounced.
Amber.
Requested a refund
Amber.
when he lost confidence in the project, and the rest of the story
She's
is
a
in that
horrible
Discord
journalist.
conversation. I was given full
Big Boob Cthulhu, Call Girl Cthulhu is a horrible journalist, even worse than me. And I can barely pronounce half the names, like the Abysmal critic. Oh, she's not a journalist, she's a critic. Good to know. Let me not
permission
bully
from
her
the
too
source
much.
to share it as is, context in next tweet. I've been doing weeks of reporting on M8er now. I'm still going to compile into a full video and report in the next little while. As you can see, my original thread kicked this all off. Grums has me blocked and has refused any questioning over M8er. And here you have a tweet that says, "I think my favorite thing about Mark Kern is that his third failed game, M8er, has an option to buy Founders Pack for up to $1,500. His little army that wants him to be the savior of games would milk them for all they've got."
Didn't
That's
know
what
this
Gavin
would be
Brink
so
comes.
much
They have a
about
level
Mark
Archeon for $300
and Nick.
basically.
I thought this was just about games journalist Catfish by Gigabear. Okay. Not going to judge too much Mark on this particular thing. I want the Gigabear, baby. Okay, I already covered this.
And here I have
I'm glad other
copies
people
of
are
the game,
covering it,
reserve guild
especially
name,
the
custom
critical
insignia to use
nature.
across your dropships, G suit and banners, custom color founder.
Hola, Lucifer. What do you think of Big Boob Call Girl Cthulhu's? Does it make you want to bully them? Okay. What's the... Well, I had a femboy on earlier, and even he liked boobs. He's like not quite sure about that, but yeah.
Who doesn't like big boobs? Who doesn't like big boobs? They're aesthetically good looking. Like when you draw something and you want to make something, when you
I
want
read
to
a
make
manga once
look
called Girlosaurus, where a guy had the fear of women because a fat chick tried to run him down, and because she really liked him, so he has a chronic fear of women. There's a couple of animes and mangas like that. I feel bad for those guys, but yeah, mostly women envy them. Men want them, unless you have some weird fetish like a lolly fetish. But let's not get into that. Okay, let's not bully the lolly people.
Just so you know, I like women that don't have huge boobs. I think athletic women that are, in really good shape and they have smaller boobs, I think they're better.
Fan of the tomboy abs.
Yeah, I'm a tomboy ab lover.
Okay, So you're not A&A approved or quackademic ancient, should I say?
Oh,
All the Stitch and Adam
oh my
memes.
God. Quack and that's the thing. Carl and I can fight over that all day long, and Academic Agent has blocked me over and over and over, and then unblocks me and loves me and then blocks me again. He's the only person who's blocked me multiple times.
Well, those anti-liberals, they're not really for free speech. The right, the left, doesn't matter. As much as I might be critical against Carl here and there, I feel he's trying to be liberal at heart. He's just very jaded because
that's literally what you're 100% right on that. That's exactly what it is. He's gotten so jaded. You're right.
Yeah, he got bullied for being two. He tried to. Oh God, it's a rumor that the black penis pics to white nationalists got him kicked off, but it's a beautiful narrative. That's the black.
Well, let's go with that. Let's go with that. It's more entertaining.
It is okay. When in the face of truth or not. Go
with the black penis.
Eyes. Yeah, just long as they don't poke out my eye. Okay. I don't like anything poking out my eye. I especially would feel bad if it was a black penis that poked out my eye.
Good plan.
Okay.
Eye poking.
Let's listen to the big boo call girl of Cthulhu.
On those anymore, but there's plenty.
Get some fresh thing. I don't want to really get into the next stuff.
Focus for today.
This is the troll. I'm trying to figure out if this is a troll.
Confirming this tip. Here's his tweet timestamped in case he deletes it. This is the tweet. This is the tweet after the one he deleted, and this is at 2:52 p.m. on April 30th. You must be in a different time zone than I am. That's why the time zones are different. Just in case anybody else was briefly confused, like I was.
Of course,
sharing this.
Of course. What sort of hell plane are you from? You're otherworldly being. You service big dick Cthulhu man. Okay.
Extremely helpful.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Is there? Do you have a long-standing issue with the Abysmal Critic?
No, I've never watched a video. I've never watched a video of hers ever. Okay, I'm just trying. This is just so boring.
So we're both going into this fresh. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know about this story. Okay.
Oh, I know about this story too. I just I'm wondering about the critique of it that Abysmal Critic is doing. Okay. Let's go.
I am curious. Okay, this is if it's not a troll, it's close enough that I think it applies to the stream. I'm going to be very loose with this.
Yeah, because I'm a pro troll. So
prior work history, which has
okay. Trolling has its place. Okay,
I'll know if this person is actually a troll.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do some coverage of the Gigabear Panda. You're watching this post Prava. I'm coming for you, man. There's a lot of dirt on you, and it's funny as all shit. So it's coming, man.
A ton of horror stories attached to it and more. My email's in the bio and your identity will be protected. And finally, he says, in more confirmation, Gigabear, you can reach out to me if you want help with this. You are a victim in this case despite your past activities, and people will support you not being used in this way. And here you see a picture of God damn it, Rusty. Obviously, I have no comment. And you see the tweet that started this whole thread. So now we're going to shift perspectives. From Gigabear's account, you see at 2:16 p.m. on April 30th, he tweeted, God damn it, Rusty. Obviously, I have no comment, with the same tweet that we just saw from Nick. At 2:22, Gigabear says, this was not the season finale I was expecting. I need to take a social media break and go protected mode. And here you have a tweet from Emmy Spooter at 2:27 showing that Gigabear is in fact in protected mode. At 3:01 p.m., Gigabear comes back and says, I am okay, everyone. Thank you for your concern, but I'm doing well. I just need a bit of time to process. 5:09, he
flash the camera. Oh, this is just so. There's nothing wrong with what you say. It's just so goddamn. Do I need to speak? Is it just me, or is this just incredibly boring?
Yeah, boring.
I'm gonna speed it up. It's not that she's talking slow. I'm just, I maybe it's also because I know about a lot of this. Okay.
He says, I'm preparing to offer a comment on Nick Calendra's reporting about an alleged conversation between myself and game developer Rusty Nail. But because this classic season finale plot twist is so important, I'm going to wait a tick longer before I get into it. At 5:21 p.m., you have, oh dear, Rusty, why? I thought we were besties, but now I'm a threat. And here you have Nick responding to a tweet from Pudros. The original tweet reads, I know what led to this. Hell, I found out about Kern's debacle through your reporting, as a matter of fact. All I'm saying is perhaps a confession that was obtained from a guy who was threatened with being removed from a project is really not solid evidence. And here you have the pictures of the conversation with underlining regarding what could be considered threats in the
Covered a lot of
conversation. You'll
this
see here
stuff.
someone responds to him. He admitted it. The cause of him admitting it
Yeah, it's
isn't important
definitely because
because
I
if you look
covered
around,
this.
this isn't a court of law. Pudros responds that just because this
Not
is
this
a court of law
current stuff.
doesn't mean that forcing people to confess to something is correct or valid. People shouldn't confess things under any kind of threat, regardless of whether it is for a court or a journalist.
You got
And that's
something?
true.
You got
He's
something? Opinion? Okay.
Well,
Got something?
This seems like this seems almost like, you know, when you get annoyed with somebody and you're having like an issue, but you just decide to like start poking and just go, well, I know this will bother you. That kind of like trolling. It seems like that might be it, but I'm going through what they're posting, and it seems, yeah, it does. No, it does seem like they know exactly why each other is getting annoyed, and they're just poking. So this almost seems like
It's Pokalicious.
like, yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yes, that's a good way to say
Are
it.
you into Cthulhu women? Okay. It seems a little bit weird.
Whoa.
I'm wondering what she can do with the tentacles, you know, but I would be worried at the same time. Curiosity killed the cat.
You know damn well
sometimes killed the cock. Okay.
I'm the biggest freak out of all of our friend group. Also, furries are the worst people on the planet. Just so you know.
Oh, I agree. Especially one with I think Gigabear supposedly has like fat expansionist or some sort of thing around the fat stuff. I mean, I don't judge people. I don't judge people who
I do.
Or
I judge people all the time.
Certain limit. I judge people. Okay, I just don't judge them too much if they're trying to make an effort to not be a whale. Okay, I'll not judge those people. Okay, they're trying to stay fit. They just have issues. I'm fine with it. They try to stay active. Just life sometimes throws you crappy crap. Okay, but as someone who embraces being fat, even in theory, fictional theory,
it's like drug addicts. It's like people who have any kind of addiction. If you're like, you know, you're fat and you're trying to make yourself better, okay, you're awesome. I'm with you. I'll be on your side the entire time. But you know, fuck, if you're saying that everyone should smoke heroin and we should all be like doing fentanyl and blah blah blah. No, thank you. No, you're not a good person. You're not a good person, and you're making other people around you worse.
Okay, what if let's say there was a drug, a hypothetical, just for fun. Okay, let's say there's a drug you didn't like
cheeseburgers.
Like cheeseburgers. Okay, let's say someone grounded it up. You don't want to do the drug, but somehow it's They put a line of it, let's say cheeseburgers in powder form, and you can snort it, and you get to snort it off of whatever man, woman, the hottest person you can imagine lying down, and you can just snort it off them. Would you do that worst drug if you got to snort it off of a hot body? Completely random hypothetical. I just came up with.
But that's the thing. It's you're doing the thing that's bad for you. Doesn't matter what situation around it makes it good, and that's it doesn't help. Like, you know, it's bad for you. Would you murder a child if you got to have sex with 4 Playboy models afterwards?
Oh, that's such a heavy thing, but that's sort of curious. Okay.
That kind of thing. I know. I know I'm going to the extremes, but that's what it's about. Because
fair enough. It's not your
brain does it.
Not quite. It's actually worse than the rape cage. But go ahead. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. Okay. I might do a drug that I would be wary of. Probably not something I thought would kill me if it was off of a hot person, and it might give me a chance to have sex with that hot person.
Well, but but that's a different thing. Like something wary you're about that you didn't know about. Okay, that might be different. Like, because
I think it's more comparable. I'm pulling this out of my ass, but it's comparable.
I'm
children thing.
I only said that because I know addiction, and I'm a
Okay.
recovering addict, so I understand the where you would go to do some shit. Where, okay, if somebody gave me like a pound of cocaine, would you do some bad? Yeah, I do some bad things to do it, but no, I know I wouldn't. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And no, I shouldn't do it. So no. How about no?
Okay, yeah. It's sometimes you just gotta say no. Okay, Dare isn't totally stupid. Sometimes you just gotta say no.
Very good point. When you coerce confessions through threats, you have a tendency to not get the truth. More often than not, you want to hear as opposed to what is the truth, which are two different things in many cases. So
Depends.
back
I
to
don't know
Gigabear
what the
at
child was
5:23
posting on
p.m. He
Twitter.
posts a
Yeah, was the child a racist?
LOL. Gigabear literally posted a cutout section of the Discord thread himself from his own account before I even made this thread. Like, how much more
Okay.
clear can I make it for you? And then
To
Gigabear
the
says, "I
gallows
did.
with
What
him.
have I done?" with a frowny face. At 5:25, he says, "Has anyone figured out the plot yet?" At 6:37, a fellow named Xside posts a tweet with some screenshots. It says, "This is the tweet I'm going to use as a reply to people who deny that Giga's recent chat log leak with a developer is fake. If it was fake, why is Giga talking
God.
about it on Reddit as if
I
he
thought
was
my
disappointed with the
coverage
dev?
of the shit was
Interesting.
horrible.
Here you have r/Kotaku in action. Grum seems to about it on Reddit as if he were disappointed with the dev. What about his other tweets on it? Here you have r/Kotaku in action. Grum seems to have coerced a previously disgruntled backer to shill his game. Gigabear replied to Snoo, "I will have answers for all of you to these allegations in the near future." Another one says, "I have no comment at this time" from Gigabear. Gigabear replied to someone called Rich Muppet, says, "I can't believe Rusty did me like that." No comment. Another screenshot of the tweet that started the whole thread here, and another picture of the tweet that he supposedly deleted. At 5:56 p.m., Gigabear retweets Xside with a picture from
Some
Star
penny
Trek.
drops,
You can see on
okay?
the screen, and he
I mean, beautiful troll. I mean, but it's also a troll to sort of try to discredit like a month of reporting. Okay, and they're going with this narrative. I gotta admit, it is beautiful narrative. This guy's reporting, trying to hunt down facts around Ember. Okay, he finds that this guy, like a year ago, was posting all over the internet about how Grums has scammed him. He took 15K. He tried to get the money back. So of course you would be like, okay, this seems pretty bad. Okay, but I'm going to go into the sort of history of him later on. Let me not do that now.
He responds,
Oh,
"Spoilers.
ooh,
It was.
interesting.
At 6:41 p.m., Gigabear posts, "For weeks,
This is
Nick
a
to the Cow,
failure.
Second Win Group, has been publishing an
But
endless stream of smears and baseless claims against Grums and myself. I sought to demonstrate
no,
how
he
Grums managed to
hasn't.
publish anything he can use to that end, no matter how flimsy or lacking of corroboration or
This is
veracity."
the thing. That's a lie.
Okay,
Okay.
yes, okay. Please, okay, so for weeks, it's been published that endless streams that smears and baseless claims against Grums and myself. So are the claims fake, or is the evidence that they were making against them?
They all seem above board along with what Nick is reporting. Okay. They seem on base. Okay. They don't seem to go across the line. Even him reporting Nick on this.
Okay.
He gets this sort of thing. Someone contacts him using a burner Discord account, and he tries to verify the story that again, Gigabear Panda posted to his Twitter, then later deleted.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, and
I mean,
and
it's a beautiful setup. Okay. I have to give Gigabear Panda some props for this setup. And it does seem a little sus if you look at it, but I don't think it looks that sus. Okay. And I didn't know
Okay.
about this term, which she's gonna probably get into. Okay.
I'm going to tell you something. I've made Smurf like what's it called Discord accounts just so I can find out from people if stuff is true. So that seems like a reasonable thing that could be possibly happening. So I kind of like where this is going. I like where this is going.
Okay. Something awful. Who I still think he purposely has that weird ass name just to fuck with me. Okay. Because I have trouble with some words. I think that's his whole reason he named his YouTube account, just to fuck with me. Okay. No, he got this set up. He's got this really set up. He created this. I mean, I don't think years ago he was just being a spurg and mad at Grums. Okay. And he kept trying to get this guy to retract. Like, no, that never happened. I'm fine with it now. Retract. But there's stuff in his past where he's tried to retract things he said. So there's a certain pattern that's being left out of this, but we're just taking this as it is. This is
Okay.
yeah.
I
Okay.
like
I'm
where
about to go
this
to
is.
work.
I
Can
like
you
where this is
spoil it?
going.
Is this legit catfishing? Yes, it is catfishing. He's talking to himself. According to him, I don't think he can be trusted. Okay. He could be lying, but
Ooh.
yeah. Rusty Nail does not exist. In fact, Rusty Nail is an anagram. So he created this whole Discord account, made all these, went to this journalist on a burner account to verify it. Okay. After
Wow.
he did.
Okay.
This is omega levels of fucking.
This
I don't
is
even know if to call it.
yeah. This is
I don't know if
goofy
to call
levels
this
of
trolling or just up. This is almost a freaking super califlagel. Oh, okay. As a true organized chaos fan would say, it's a pattern of behavior. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into it. This is you have to give him credit. He really went with it. I didn't think this guy would be sane enough to do it, looking at his past, but maybe he's not as insane as he comes off.
No, you have to be ultra sane to do this. You have to be so you have to be you have to start working on multiple levels where you're so sociopath or psychopathic where you're actually you have to seriously, what do you have to do to start making Smurf accounts just to hate on other people and to be able to cover your own ass on lies that you're making?
You don't understand, Lucifer. Grums is going to save the gaming industry, okay?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Plus, 15K. He allegedly, I can't trust anything he says. He made the claims way before Nick started looking, but at least there's claims going back like a year, roughly, of that he gave 15K to Grums for this project, and he was unsatisfied with the development of this project, so he wanted the money back and blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is just
fraction of the supposed conversation to my Twitter. Knowing that
I
we're
don't even know
attacking
if
Grums
that's
is
true.
concerned, he would immediately run the story before he
but
even verified
it shouldn't even matter.
Rusty Nail does not exist. In fact, Rusty Nail is an anagram of journalist. The project I supposedly backed does not exist. The conversation is a complete fabrication made in page source between two of my own Discord accounts.
Yeah,
and
two of my own Discord accounts.
And sinker. Here we see a picture of an email from the name Brandon Jones.
Good day, I am the lead developer for an as yet unannounced project. I've been following your reporting on the current situation in that scam game. You're doing a service by taking him on. He's dangerous and everyone who challenges him gets harassed by his followers or worse, which is why I'm staying fully anonymous. I don't know how you do it, honestly. I don't know much about Kern beyond that, or his game, but Gigabear actually found us somehow and offered a sizable amount of money to our company. All he asked in return was to be able to increase his character size in the game. It was a bit weird at the time, but for 5 figures, we decided to go ahead with that. Then your reporting broke, and I found out all about him, his fetish and how he griefs people in games. And the worst
yes. Yeah, it totally sounds like the same person is saying that.
Okay. I think the least freaking email is a little bit legit.
Sus.
You think?
No, I think it's sus. I think
you think it's sus?
I think that they were told about it beforehand from someone else, and they actually, like, from what I'm reading, it seems so like no, it seems like the person knows exactly what's going on and is actually trying to help out.
Yeah,
it seems sus. Like they knew this was going to happen beforehand.
Well, I don't trust Gigabear. He's a known liar. Okay.
Nothing, oh yeah. Oh no,
Nick can't use anything.
I would agree with you on that too.
Yeah, 50. Nick is like, I can't use Gigabear. The 50K thing, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. He's a burned source, okay? And that's the proper thing to do. Okay.
I knew right away something had to be done, so I threatened to ban him if he didn't come clean about his relationship with Kern. He did, and then I of course banned him anyway, and I'm forwarding our conversation to you. You were right, Kern's got this guy by the balls. Use this as you wish, you have my full permission to publish it. I don't have anything more about him that would be useful, so this is the only time I will be able to help. I'm now going to make sure my staff is all aware of the situation and take all necessary precautions. I wouldn't expect to hear from me again, as I'm already taking a huge risk as it is.
And of course, here's the conversation. Then you have a response from Nick. Yowza, I need to verify this before I run with it. We'll keep your identity completely anonymous. Will you be in me on Discord, jumping on a call, screen sharing this conversation so I can verify it's real? And then we'll take a minute to discuss how I can run this so your identity is kept secure. Nick. And then, of course, here is the proof that Rusty Nail is in fact, an anagram for journalist. Now, there were obviously a few people who probably saw through this. This one right here by Sheila Kaptakia. I've been enjoying your work, but I refuse to believe in any capacity.
Oh my God.
The story. What in the ever living hell is happening is talk.
Norn Queen
This
of
person real?
all
Isn't this
people.
Chat G?
I
Yeah.
love her to
Okay.
death. I love her.
Who, her?
Yes, I love Norn Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
That's-
my third favorite Warhammer 40K Twitter user, and she loves, hates me, and loves and hates Arch.
okay.
The world around her is hilarious. Anyways,
Maybe check her out. I mean,
Yes.
she's enjoying Nick's work, but
she's a great. She's actually
Yeah,
a great person.
I don't think I would have actually picked up on this, but maybe she's just smarter than me or less
she
off
loves
online. Okay.
But she loves the drama. She pushes the drama a lot, and she like kind of swims in it.
Okay, maybe she just has a feel for it. You know, I'm.
She does.
despite
No,
what
she
people
does.
Claim I don't get involved in drama too much. I like the research. I like digging around, finding stuff that no one else is finding. Okay, drama is a different thing. It's about knowing people.
And just so everyone knows on the stream, I really like her. She's a great girl. Warhammer 40K. Follow her if you want to like find out about shit. She's great.
Why is everyone always plugging other people on my stream? Fucking hell.
But okay,
move
but
on.
also fuck her.
Literally, she's hot.
No,
I don't know. I don't know
she's
her.
not. No, gross.
She's not. Okay.
No.
I've been
I don't
enjoying your work,
know.
but I refuse to
It's a
believe in
good
any
picture.
capacity that this rusty person is the hero of
Not
the
the
story. What in
Cthulhu
the ever
girl.
living hell of
Man,
LARPing is talk, or you get
boobs
banned.
are
Choose wisely.
tempting,
Is this person
but
real? Isn't this Chat
it's
G?
Cthulhu.
People actually talk like this for real? I don't know if she knew, but that women's intuition was telling her something. And then of course you
Yeah.
have Grums at 7:07 p.m. Yo, at Nick J. Cal, did you just post defamatory material without verification? You just got Project Veritas, and I'm filing it away with my attorneys. How did you ever fall for that? And then here you have as well.
This is great optics from Grums. Deceptive as all fucking hell. This is the first time he's actually engaged with anything in Nick's
Got Project
investigation.
Veritas.
Okay. He's definitely pushing the sort of a right wing angle. Okay. I mean, I had Leon come in. Okay. I brought up Tim Pool. Tim Pool, definitely a lefty, but anyone who says Tim Pool is not catering to a majority right wing audience is fucking out of their mind. Okay. Just literally.
Well, yeah. Well, yes. Well, yeah, because lefties don't want to listen to the shit that, and especially the people that are coming on his show, they don't want to listen to them. So, yeah, and
did you know
he's
this
and he
journalist-
gets he's actually Tim's tried to get lots of left wing people on his show, and they virtually say no, we won't even come near you, blah blah blah. So, what do you do when virtually everyone is going to the right that wants to actually interact with you? You kind of, when you're a content creator, it kind of makes you seem like a right wing person. Like that's
it's like that. It's like that meme. Okay, it is like that meme. Like someone on the slightly to the left, and the leftist pushes them over the line. No, you're right wing.
That is actually really like with Sitch and Adam. Like they're very like middle of the road. I wouldn't say middle of the road. They're very like not centrist, but independent, and they're not right wing or left wing, but right wing people like to hang out with.
I bullied them into taking more right wing positions.
And but then look at all the really awesome people that have come, all the females that have come from the left,
claims.
Like Shoe on Head, Anna Kasparian. They out of nowhere, all of a sudden now all the lefties are like, you're all right, you're right wing now. Shoe on Head, right wing. Anna Kasparian, you're now
and Anna should just reject that narrative. Okay, be like, no, you're insane.
So
okay,
but that's like other people are labeling them, and if other people are, just because you can talk with some people on the right doesn't mean you're right wing.
Yeah, exactly. Some people get unfairly labeled. Like I had Leon come in the stream. He thought I went over it last part one of this Thursday night stream. Okay, I don't think I said. I was simply saying your thoughts on, is DEI a political issue? I think it's a political issue. Okay, I 100% think DEI in video games is a political issue. Leftists think it's a good idea. I think they're full of crap. Right wingers they want DEI, especially with how they're using it, out of video games, and it just seems like a political issue. Someone argued
diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yes,
in other words, racism.
Why is everyone going with the narrative? I understand why it's so popular. I just don't want to make racist claims. Okay, it's stupid.
Well,
it's just dumb, stupid, pseudo Marxist Leninist.
Well, that's
crap
what it is.
crime.
Isn't that what it is?
It will come off like just like anti-racism is racism.
People, it's judging people based on these certain like metrics instead of okay, one at a time. That's what it is. And
I just have
I just have political.
a very yeah, okay. That's all I want to ask. I just think the left is being duped, okay? The left is being duped into believing this garbage, pushed by the freaking society, corporate interest, the schooling system. They have a lot to work with.
Yeah,
and I have a real problem with saying
manipulate them.
Someone like Grums has a tweet that I have issues with, saying woke mind virus. Don't treat it with good faith or be polite. I agree. You shouldn't be polite, because sometimes you got to be an asshole to get through some people, but good faith. Yeah, you can absolutely treat leftists in good faith. Okay. You just might not necessarily be good faith. A diversity of tactics. Okay. I just really hate that sort of the us versus them mentality. But I'm a radical centrist.
And yes, us versus them, it will always be just a war. You're just making war.
Yeah.
And you're never gonna you won't be able to have an understanding. You'll always have what's that Thomas Sowell claim, what's it called, quote, there's no victory, there's only oh God, there is no victory, there's only no, God damn it, what's it when you give something up to another to somebody that you're working against?
A barter, a peace treaty. There's a lot of terms for it. My point, he says a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm not making sense of it, but my brain is mush. My point is, I agree, DEI is a political tool. My issue is you calling people political for pointing it out. I don't know if I would call the people political. You can have a non-political stance and be against DEI like me. Okay, I believe DEI is, but I'm not going to be like, it's not a political issue. I'm not going to obfuscate that it's a political issue. Okay?
Oh, my bad. There are no victories. There are only trade-offs.
Okay. Well, that does seem to be a very liberal idea. You compromise with each other.
Yeah, it is about compromise. Yeah, because you'll never 100% win in anything. You only have what you can deal with the situations that you have to deal with after, because everyone has issues that you have to logistics. Because
fair enough. Okay. Yeah.
There's no such thing as mathematical
the leftist
wins.
is dishonest. Okay. I believe they're freaking a brainworm.
No, and you know what? Leftists aren't like solely like with the brainworm. Everyone has it.
There's different degrees. Okay. We got Anna Conspiracious. There has been people coming over. We're having people go into this stream. It's just counterproductive to me. Okay. gatekeep the people who don't want to have the conversation. I'm all for gatekeeping. I'm all for
Me too.
going after someone hard. Okay.
Yep.
As long as you do it fairly. Okay.
Yep.
Good faith. Okay.
Good
Sure,
faith
you can
is
make
the
some
way to
jokes
go.
if people
Team
don't want
truth.
to interpret. If people do not want to interpret you properly, be like, they're a fucking moron. Okay. I'm showing that I'm willing to come to the table. They're not. Okay. That's such a
Okay.
great tool when you want to have when you have people rooted in team truth, as you said. Okay.
Okay, but then how do you try to win people over who are listening to the liars, the people who are intentionally being like bullshitters? How do you get other people over, like the Annika experience? How do you get those kind of people who are willing to listen to the truth? How do you get them over without being the asshole and going, you're just being stupid and you're listening to these assholes that are brainwashing you? That's the question, and that's what we're dealing with right here, right?
Yeah, I agree. You have to wait until they come to it. Okay. You got to have gatekeeping. Okay. Make sure
there
the
has to be
people around you
but there has
and
to be
treat them
manipulation.
well within your space.
Okay, but there's treating people well, but you have to be able to hook the lure and manipulate people to go to be able to understand, to get away from the mind virus, to get away from the cult. How do you get them out of the cult? Do you kidnap them?
They have to be willing. They have to be willing. Okay. You can't break them out. There's going to be moments where they will be willing. It's a slow
but you understand that the other team is willing to kidnap people into their cult.
Yes. Okay.
So if
you try to stop that, okay.
So if
you definitely stop that.
Try to stop that.
You definitely
Yes,
make every effort to stop that there.
Because that's the biggest problem that we have right now is the kidnapping. It's the brainwashing and the blatant lying that is going on.
Get everyone on board with the evidence idea, okay? Leon, as much as I disagreed with him last stream, he brought up a very good point about the Johnny Depp trial, okay? Everyone was going crazy with Me Too, okay? Crazy. What settled that, okay? The Johnny Depp trial. Everyone came to Johnny's side because they saw the truth put out there.
They saw,
you need to have the right issue.
But that's the thing. It took so long, and it took the entire trial and a terrible lawyer and being able to see it for over 2 months for it to actually prove to. It's just like with the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Those kind of people. There's still people out there that will still think that Kyle Rittenhouse murdered 3 black people, did it, he crossed state lines and stuff. But it's
people who don't live in reality you can't reach. You have to wait until they live in reality. I'm hoping they're just going to freaking Darwin themselves. Okay. I hope they Darwin themselves. And there's sometimes when you have to
agree. I agree.
As I said, I'm not going to be nice about it. If you're that delusional, it's the sort of like Batman thing. Okay. If someone gets themselves in a situation where they're going to fuck themselves over, I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to fucking save you either.
Yeah, okay? Exactly. Did Batman actually kill you if he didn't stop you from killing yourself? Yes.
Some people will consider that, but those people,
I know.
This is why I don't go with the moral grandstanding. Okay. Morals is just going to fucking get in people's way. Ethics. It's fine to have an ethical framework. Okay. Fine to have an ethical framework that you can put down so you can argue your ideas ethically, but morals, that's a fucking tricky bag. That's how the left gets in the door. Okay.
That's the weirdest thing about morals. It's trying to convince people to believe that one side is better than another just because they have a specific set of morals in comparison to another set of morals on one point out of thousands of points that either person has. It's so messed up. It's like with the Palestine Israel thing. If you can agree with them on everything other than 2 things on either side, and you
don't give them the 5 guys, okay? They can starve.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so dumb. And now
it's so inhumane. Go in there. Are they breaking laws? Okay. Are they not coming out? Yes.
Yeah. It's
We're
like,
not-
it's so silly. It's so silly now.
Okay.
Yeah,
We have
and
to
it's
establish laws. Okay. I do agree with reforming the
Agreed.
police, but that means not defunding the police. That means giving the police more money. Why are not people leftists thinking about it fucking logically? You want the police force to be better. Let's take away their money. They'll get better if they're being punished. No. You want revenge, okay? Revenge does not work.
It's revenge. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
It is revenge, okay? And this is what I'm seeing from people like Grums, okay? And he's also hyping up some hyper-specific things for everyone to pin their hope on. This is my problem with Stellar Blade. Yeah, it's gay that Sony's minorly censoring it, okay? You should have expected it, okay? Why hype up Stellar Blade? Just because she's hot? There's a lot of hot characters, okay? Fucking, why are you doing it with exclusive? Like, I'm not getting Stellar Blade because as far as I know, it's an exclusive.
You know why he
PS5.
You know why he did with? You know why
she's really fucking hot? Yeah.
Because it'll get as much attention as possible. He knew that it is a beautiful looking game, that it would actually be a middle of the road game. Like, it would probably get maybe 200,000 people buying it. Now it's at what, 800,000, just because of the controversy, and he gets his name on it.
Yeah. Okay. And he gets to take credit if they get any sort of win, they get any pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Why not put your donkey on that carousel? It'd be the way to go. It seems smart, especially now because we're in the age of controversy. Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Why not make a controversy out of like this tiny little thing where what happened to his career? He was going to be nothing. Right now, he would be nothing. Nobody would even know his name if he hadn't have tried to make this bullshit. It is bullshit. It's a bullshit controversy. And now everyone, all of my favorite streamers are talking about him. Side scrollers, Nerdrotic, what's his name? Drinker.
He put himself in the spotlight.
He didn't just put himself in the spot. He injected himself. And now
he also created the spotlight, as far as I'm concerned. He created the spotlight and put himself there.
Yeah.
Did he know Sony would pull something like that? Because Grums is not a dumb man, if you know anything about him. He might be lazy. He might have personal issues.
Yes, but he has his,
what I'm getting up his past.
He knows the industry. He's been in it for a while. So
he's been talking about social media since the Sargon days. Okay. He definitely was talking about the power of social media. Because journalists are dying. Okay. They've been dying for years. And shit. I'm not going to defend any serious journalist from Kotaku or anything.
So he's doing a reverse Anita Kasparian. Or Anita what's her name?
And he has the perfect poster boy. He has the perfect controversy. Okay. Yes, I'll admit. The freaking Sweet Baby Inc. who sent the harassment campaign, that was bad. Okay. That was fucked up. But how long has that been harped and sort of used as a sort of drumbeat? 2 months now, as far as I know. 2 months. And they keep on bringing up that. And there is some dumb people who misword themselves, and dumb freaking people like the original tweet for the hit. Who puts a hit? Who legitimately tries to get a hitman on fucking Twitter? That person's either the biggest moron in the world, that tone man that they're using, or he was trying to make a really bad joke. Same with Denims, okay?
I actually, Denims. I know that was
the Hassan.
I'm actually I know, but I
She's been
actually think
defending Hassan since the
I
React
think
days. Go on.
I think the first what's it called, death threat, or the hit was actually somebody that likes him and made up
You
a
think
fake
so?
account. I think it's a completely fake one just to drum up like controversy.
I don't know about
I
that.
what
I think it's a
I
second account.
and I think it was like
You think
just
the
to be able
alt
to
account
put.
of this person?
I
made
don't
alt
think
ac-
it was a
Oh
Grum's
shit!
alt account, but I would think it was one of his friends and somebody
Actually,
who's like an under person who's known him for a long time made that
shit.
just so it could drum up even more controversy, so he could actually go, look, there's somebody even trying to kill me now.
Okay.
And it-
Before I would have told you this is a little conspiratorial. There's no evidence for it, but shit, with them propping up what Gigabear did with this Nick, who seemed to have mostly solid reporting on this until this sort of catfish moment. Actually, almost supports the theory that you're putting out there. Okay. Before I would be very skeptical. Okay. Maybe that's an angle to look into, this Tone Man stuff.
I know. I actually started thinking like it was weird when Side Scrollers was talking with him last week and a half ago, and it seemed like there was just not enough like people talking about him, and he started to get desperate talking with what's it called, Stuttering Craig. It's like,
okay,
well, the things are going, and he's like, oh, okay, I wonder what you're going to be able to do on the back end to be able to make this a like something
it
that
was
we
a
can
great
work
time
with.
for a death threat to surface. I will agree.
That's
and just
that's
to clarify,
exactly what
we're just theorizing. This is just speculation.
it's just
we're not
speculation.
saying anything.
Speculation.
Okay.
But yeah,
I mean, just because
but I would tell
Grum's
you,
has sort of propped up this narrative that Gigabear, someone with a fucking past of being a fucking some people call him like a social media terrorist. I think that's a little extreme, but maybe you have to deal with him to get that perspective. Okay.
That almost sounds like somebody you hire to do stuff for.
Yeah, well, I haven't. I just started digging into Gigabear. Okay, I haven't gotten through all of it. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna have my fun, make some jokes. Okay, I'm not a journalist, just to let you know. I'm just a madman on the internet.
You're not
I'm
a journalist?
Speculate and
What?
No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
I got called one.
I
got called one on Twitter. Like,
I heard somebody call you Deep Throat before, and so
okay. Well,
okay.
I don't know who that person is.
Maybe that was a different thing.
Tell me about who it was off stream. Okay,
It may have been
that
darn kitty's
I
feet.
might need to put out a certain tweet myself. Wink, wink, wink. That's obviously the best place to request certain services.
It might have been
let's move on. You just outed your buddy. Fuck it. Okay.
He's not my buddy. Trust me. Spoon doesn't like me.
Okay, fair enough.
He would never associate with me, and anything I say is nothing compared with what Spoon says, and we have no association.
Okay, disavow. I don't
disavow. And everything
Southern got hyped because the other side hated it, like Banner and Nier in the Lollipop Chainsaw before. Okay. Let's take the other side. They keep drumming it up because everyone keeps lying about it. Denims is an old retard. No, she's a hyper retard Hassan simp. Okay, you're undercutting how dumb Denims is. She defended him during the first round of React Gate. She tried to have that tweet saying, "Yeah, Hassan's right about the freaking that streaming is the hardest job. I did all this stuff. It doesn't compare to my streaming crap." Okay, she's a hyper retard.
I actually looked into her after seeing that thing about Asmongold.
I'm just
She
laughing at
is
that.
she literally does everything that you could do to be a reactionary, like to make as much money as possible, to be as controversial as possible, and to be as useless as possible. She has nothing to say, literally nothing to say. She arguably a mirror for the stupidity of the internet, and I'm glad people like her are out there so we can all see what you should not do. God,
Yeah.
she's a terrible person. Holy fuck.
I have different reasons for not getting the PlayStation 5, but yeah, Sony, fuck them. Okay. Seriously. I used to like Sony, the PlayStation, but I'm just doing PC now. Fuck them. Okay. I want to play freaking, what is it called? I really want to play Rebirth, but it's exclusive to PlayStation 5. I'm going to wait. I hope it's going to come out for PC so I can say fuck the PlayStation 5. Okay. Okay.
I'm not.
That
I'm not gonna play it either.
Okay, that was very productive. Thank you. You opened my eyes to a possibility.
Sorry.
I wouldn't have considered that. Okay, it's definitely an angle worth. It's an angle. Okay, a theory worth.
I know.
Looking evidence up.
I really liked him at the beginning. It just seemed
like
so
did I. I thought Grum seemed like a cool guy.
And I really like the side scroll. I like Stuttering Craig and Blabs, but
I want to like them more than I actually do. Sorry,
it's just weird how both Grums and Melanie Mac and Yellow Flash are like the most popular people with him, and they're the most likely to.
Melanie Mac's still attractive, and she has a certain energy to her, especially for her age. Okay.
Yes,
I think she's dumb as a box of rocks, and I defended. I went over last time. I defended her from Tony's dumbass.
No, well, that is something to easily defend her from. But there's people out there who are just looking for a way. They know the chemistry, and they know the analytics, and they just, okay, I'm going to surgically strike here, and they figure their own way. It's not a grift, and I'm not going to say it is not. It's not a grift, because they actually believe what they're saying. They're just
delusional. Okay. And they have that sort of the socialist. It's the socialist logic. It's actually maps on completely. Okay, the sort of facade.
Yes, it is.
Okay, if you live in a society, blah blah blah, all that brain chemistry. Okay, it's not that. With Grums, he seems very middle of the road. That's the thing, and him sort of taking this sort of a hard anti-woke stand. Oh God, you would just have to look at some of the past stuff, like going back. It's just some of the stuff off the top of my head. One time he says he sold Firefall to a Chinese company. The other time he said something about the Chinese taking over or some crap. I would have to verify. It's just like double speak. Well, maybe he changes his. People can change their opinion. Okay, but you have to determine, were they lying before or are they lying now?
And you know what? I'm going to say, anyone who hasn't played Bloodborne compared to people who have played Bloodborne, they're better people.
Yeah, I did that. PlayStation 4. That's probably why I picked up PlayStation 4. And I can deal with the 30 frames. I know it bothers people.
I want to see Bloodborne on PC as a PC port, just so we can have mods. Can you imagine the mods? Oh my god!
No, that'd be a beautiful thing.
I've been playing Dark Souls 3, the Throne mods, and I've been playing the new extension Elden Ring mods. Oh my god!
Oh
God,
shit.
the modders are almost as good as the actual game devs right now, and we're getting these mods for free. That's why it bothers me so much when like these devs are putting out games that are like you need to like get 3 or 4 different patches before it's perfect. It blows my mind that we're getting free games out there and these guys are charging us so much money for broken shit.
Yeah. I mean, I want to defend Starfield. A lot of people give me shit for it. Okay, but you can give me shit for it if you want. Okay.
Actually, no, don't. That's on
The update of fall. I'm having high hopes because I can see a good game within it. It just has a lot of other issues that I definitely agree with.
No Man's Sky, I like.
Okay.
After
now
it
you like it. No one
Cyberpunk
liked it before.
Cyberpunk,
yeah,
I liked it when it came out because it was so fucking broken.
Didn't.
It was so broken.
You
when
like
it came
the brokenness?
Out. Oh my god. Okay, so all the on the rails shooting parts of Cyberpunk.
But it got did you deal with a lot of the game breaking bugs from Cyberpunk?
Yes.
I dealt with a lot of the okay. You could enjoy that. Okay,
it was
you're
insane.
special individual there.
It was insane. It was like dating a goth girlfriend. So it's hey, you're super sexy, and the sex was great, but she shows up at your work, and all of a sudden you find out that she's on top of your house in the middle of the night, and her dog all of a sudden is now living with you. That kind of shit. It's like, okay, it's crazy. I'll get used to it. But I get to turn it off.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You want to get back to this video? I mean,
crazy's good if you can walk away from it and then come back.
I'm not getting much criticism from the Abysmal critic. Maybe that's why she has that name. Okay, I don't hear much criticism.
Nobody becomes a Cthulhu and thinks of themselves as a
call girl of Cthulhu. I'm actually very proud. I actually met the actress for Call Girl of Cthulhu. It's a terrible movie, but great name. Okay. She was fairly attractive, you know.
Okay. Well,
okay, but yeah, we got wow.
Covering this to discredit me, and unfortunately, it seems I did fall for it. I apologize for the error and will quadruple checking any sources that reach out to me now in response. To his credit, Nick responds to the situation with, I'm not locking down my account or stopping my recording or any of that.
Yep.
I got manipulated hard on this by someone willing to fake an entire identity just to discredit me. Fact of the matter is, there's still plenty of receipts from Gigabear, and now nobody knows the truth. Here's the real issue, is if you're going to be a journalist, you have to make sure these things are real before you run them. Just seeing it on the account doesn't mean anything. They still could have faked any part of that conversation at any time, especially in Discord. If you're going to be a journalist, you have to do it right or you lose your trust with the public. I don't know anything.
Everyone's overhyping this particular thing. Okay. Yes, he did do it and other people ran with it. Okay. And it's not a great idea. Okay. But the story isn't out. He's doing something that I admire. Visibility. Okay. What's it called? What's the fucking word? Why am I forgetting this fucking word now? Transparency. Okay. He's going through and people are criticizing him at certain points for some sort of narrative. Like Asmongold. If you take a look at him going through the video, Nick doesn't actually say anything about it being a scam. It's other people talking about Ember being a scam. There are some points, some comments about it being a scam. I think Nick doesn't do a hard line. He's doing the research into it. He's not calling it a scam. He's not calling it a grift, at least in the beginning. I think he might be going towards it now, but it's not something you can't prove a grift. Okay. You just can't prove a grift. Okay. That's the thing about a grift. And everyone's definition of what grift is different. Like some people would say you would have to be disingenuous. You would have to pretend to have a different belief. But even if you did believe something to be true and you were still hyping it up to make money, I would consider that a grift. Yeah. Something
really
thoughtful.
No,
was like trying to press me on the grift.
No,
It's
if
just
you
about lying about the truth, which I consider a
There-
grift. It can be as big of a
Okay, it's
grift as
lying.
not
Okay.
really holding the position or just exaggerating how you feel about something. That's my thoughts on it. It's an opinion, okay?
That's understandable. That's an understandable. Because
Your
I
thoughts?
always think that grifting is saying something you completely don't believe just because you want to make saying something or like pushing something that you don't believe in just so you can get money or gain power and influence.
Yeah,
And
well, let's
and
put
there's
grifting on a spectrum. Go on,
yes,
sorry.
well, of course there is, because there's lots of things that you will lie by omission, or let stuff fly.
Wow.
Some people will say something that you don't totally believe, but you like them, so you'll be on their side for it, that kind of thing.
That's an ultra niche
Well,
definition
that's
of grifter. Okay, wow.
well, that's where people will start calling people grifting. Like, and I'm going to say
We
this
got him
again.
buying in to like the idea of the griftum spectrum. Okay. I sold him on the griftum spectrum.
See, and,
Do I have you
and
sold?
that's one of the things that people hate on Melanie Mac for, is because she's playing the algorithm, and there's lots of stuff that she doesn't 100% believe that she will be a part of and help motivate. Like, she'll go on Simcast and hang out with porn stars and shit while saying porn stars are the worst people on the planet, and all these like what's it called, gay people, they're sinners, but I'll hang out with them and help
there's a
make
certain
them money.
Christian mindset that can't. I don't know if she's that type of Christian. Hate the sin, not the sinner. Okay, there's a defense for that. Okay,
that's what she says.
I don't know if. Okay, that's a legitimate thing, and people do
And
change.
I and don't think I'm hating on Melanie Mac, but she's just an easy way to like.
Yeah, sorry, I have to white knight for the alt rock
trust me,
chick,
I like her.
okay?
I like her too.
I
really
I
like
want to
her.
like her more than I actually do. I'm sorry,
Yes.
the whole
Same.
alt rock thing. I like it. Also, the Christian girl thing that sort of counterbalances it. It's an interesting thing.
She
Okay,
also
but
has
I
that,
will.
gothy girl aesthetic.
Okay, but I will try to, when people throw unfair criticism, like her opinion changed over years of time. No shit, Sherlock. She can't change her opinion.
Everyone does that. Yes, we're human beings.
Okay, and she's not perfect. Her idea of Christianity is probably different than someone else's.
Yep. But that's the thing. It's how do you? I want to say there should be a solid like definition of stuff, and I know this is going to turn into the Sitch's fucking rule, but the definitions change, and
yeah,
we have to work around them. So
yeah, and words lose meaning, like racist, Nazi. These words did not have an effect on me at all, and no one cares. Okay.
Well, I'm the biggest racist and Nazi ever.
I believe it. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I know you believe it.
I'm not gonna try to do any of those things. I just don't care. If I have an opinion that you think aligns me with Nazis or even leftists, you want to call me a commie? Fuck off. Okay. You think I'm a commie? I think you're a brain dead moron. Okay.
Well,
fair enough. We both have.
I had a farm where I had a whole bunch of people all living together, and we all.
It sounds like a commune. You're definitely a commune.
We all grew. We all
commie.
We all grew food for each other, and
such a commie. Okay.
And we all voted on what stuff we were.
Oh, that's good. A democracy.
Year.
Okay.
And then I got called a hard right wing Nazi.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Of course.
What was that? Godwin's law? Everything comes back to being a Nazi. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. It's just the left is pathetic now. Okay, there's no one worth shitting on. I tried with the Phantom Initiative. They're just so pathetic. Okay, the left. I want better left people to argue against. They're just so brain dead. I'm like, I don't need to argue against them. They're just so outright stupid. Okay,
I wish you were
I like
wrong.
challenges, and the right definitely gives me a challenge with arguments. I can see their perspective on things. I just yeah, you know, when they start going off the liberal reservation and start talking about you can't trust the woke people. No shit, Sherlock. Okay,
where James Lindsay has gone. He's just calling everyone a communist or a Marxist. It's like, okay, James.
Well, you can't actually treat him seriously on Twitter if that's the place.
I know, and that's the thing.
I hate it, but maybe he's right for doing that. I don't know. I don't like it. Okay, I like James Lindsay and what he talks about generally, but how he conducts himself online, at least on Twitter.
Oh no, he's gone full retard. No, he's gone full retard. And you never go full retard.
Who hasn't? Okay, even I think.
You know what? I don't know. Carl has especially recently about when he's saying liberalism is the worst thing that's ever happened to society. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You are the reason. Your entire ideology
very
is
legitimate point. Jordan Peterson on Twitter.
Oh my God, you're right. And you know what? Jordan and Michaela were two of my favorite people back like 7 years ago. And I remember meeting them, and we had a dinner together, and I thought they were the best people I'd ever met in all of Canada. I thought they were my favorite Canadians. And
that's not hard to do if you're in Canada, okay?
Don't
just point that out.
We have some fucking amazing people here.
Sorry, I have to shit on Canadians, damn Proto-Americans.
But Jordan, Michaela is such a good girl, and she's turned into such a good person. But Jordan has just like the entire
letting the anger consume him. He shouldn't have joined the Daily Wire. I think that's just fucking with him. Okay.
I just think having the weight of all the world, like people just like bitching at him all the time, over and over and over, it's hard not to become a porcupine and just
tune that shit out. Okay, yeah. I guess he was old when he came up. He does good in personal debates. This is probably why Twitter is his Achilles heel. He's not used to that sort of crap.
Yeah, that's right. If you're a psychologist and the entire point of your existence and your career was to help people and listen to people's problems and to try to help them out and to work through the problems, all of a sudden millions of people are throwing problems at you. It'd be like being in Dark Souls and having a million different enemies coming at you all at once. It's like, this isn't fair, but you can't turn off the game. The game doesn't turn off. You have to keep fighting, and that'll wear on anyone. Trust me, I know. It wears on you, and you want to turn it off, but you can't. No wonder he went into a coma for like 5 days to be able to,
to get some rest. Oh God, that's another speculation. Okay, disavow. But yeah, I understand what you're saying about that, and maybe that's the type of person Jordan Peterson. They can't tune out all the noise around them, but you can just focus on productive things.
Yeah, because he would be a hardcore leftist. He would be a hardcore leftist, but it's just he knows too much.
Something awful. Bring up a good point. Yeah, I don't know that them trying to get you fired, getting your credentials taken away. He brings up a very valid point. Okay, when people go after your career, your credibility, I guess you can't just ignore it, okay? Yeah, he's right. You just shouldn't let that show, okay? But I'm probably, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Okay, I can do it because no one's coming after me. My real name isn't out there. Okay, no one's trying to get my job or my family harassed or anything.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
but
Also, I just want to say, Lauren Southern, Jordan Peterson, and Michaela Peterson are really great people. They're really, really good people. They've had, all the shit happen to them, but they've stayed being good people, and I'm really happy to know them. They've great Canadians. I'm gonna say they're my favorite Canadians, actually. In my top 10 favorite Canadians.
I'm sure that's a short list for Canadians, but
Go stop doing that.
Sorry.
Don't do that again,
Okay,
please.
Okay, I'm joking just to let you know. Blame Stitch and Adam. They put the sort of
if you say
the Canadian hate in me.
If you say Stitch
yep,
again,
I fuck up.
I will get mad. I'm not S class, but I like Stitch. Even though Stitch doesn't like me, but I like Stitch. He's a good guy.
About this guy. I think probably somewhere in there is a guy who genuinely wants to do what's right, but at the same time, it seems like there's a guy who's maybe just a little too caught up in a ideal to think straight and to think honestly, to think logically. But that's one of the major problems with game journalism today. They are far more interested in stories than they are in reporting. They all seem to want to be a real.
Is this the commentary?
Games reporter. They don't.
Is this the actual commentary? I think.
Who's maybe just a little too caught up in a ideal to think straight and to think honestly, to think logically. But that's one of the major problems with game journalism today. They're far more interested in stories than they are in reporting. They all seem to want to be a real reporter as opposed to a games reporter. They don't have a love for the game.
Okay, a real reporter. They all want this. She's just lumping him in with every last other games journalist. Okay, this is the guy who pretty much got fed up with corporate. Well, he got fired technically. And then his whole team is like, oh, fuck no. Escapist, you fire him, we're going with him. Okay, this man is a different breed, okay? The escapist generally. This is why when people, I think Camille comes on and keeps on trying to shit on the escapist, I'm like, why do you keep doing it? This was the last escapist, I think, is historically fought back the best against the Gamergate. Yeah, they bent the knee at the end, but they held out the best for free speech in the Gamergate period.
Oh,
why bring
like
up this
10 years? Oh my god, like 10 years. Jesus. And
maybe it's also because I'm a fanboy of Yahtzee, but you want to know why I respect Yahtzee?
Okay. Everyone's a fanboy of Yahtzee.
Okay.
Everyone's a fanboy of Yahtzee.
He does games. No, some people don't like him because he's very clear about his bias. I don't know. There's some autistic people who want to hate on him because he sometimes makes fun of Trump or the left. Okay. He makes fun of people equally. He occasionally throws in a joke here and there. Okay.
Oh no. Oh my. Oh god. That's like hating a brand of car because you didn't.
Hey, I'm not saying they're intelligent or have a half functional brain.
So their opinions are meaningless. In other words, you're saying. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm a fan of Yahtzee, and if Yahtzee has faith in Nick,
Yahtzee's great.
I don't know Nick very well. The reporting from what I've seen seems very solid. Seems like she has fallen into a certain narrative, in my opinion. Okay. Goes through reading all those tweets. Yeah, he got tricked. He admits it. Okay. I just don't understand. And obviously, Grums isn't being honest. This is the first time he really addresses anything within Nick's reported. It's when he does a major oops. There's a few times here and there it seems like he mentions him, but he doesn't address any of his points until he fucks up. Classic sort of a trick, okay? Classic tactic. Okay, this is the sort of just pointing out the flaws and not addressing any of the criticism. A very Bosch-like move, in my opinion. Okay, batten down. Unless someone makes a mistake, you take the most... You take the mistakes of your enemy and amplify it while letting that sort of dismiss all other points that your opponent makes. Classic move.
That's actually a Sun Tzu like tactic. That's art of war for sure.
Really? Is it that
Yes.
simple?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. No, well, that is the simplistic nature of it. Like yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Okay, yeah, attack where they're weak and
Yes.
defend. Yeah, okay.
They have a love for themselves and they have the love for the drama. Now, I am obviously covering this little bit of drama. I'll be entirely upfront with you. It tickled me. The spy versus spy feel of it kind of makes me giggle. And the fact that he didn't even do the basic checking. He got ahead of himself far too quickly, far too easily, and thought he had something that would hurt somebody and ran with it. And yes,
Basic check-in. He didn't just run with it right out the back. He got someone to confirm it. Both it looked like both a tweet and an email and a Discord conversation. I mean, I'll give props to Gigabear for putting this out. And Nick could have probably been more careful in his language, and he could have probably quadruple check a little bit better. And maybe he could have been more suspicious. Maybe, yeah. Maybe he was too willing to buy this. And if he was hypercritical, he would have asked more better questions. But your thoughts? Okay, I have my thoughts on this.
This is like a tornado of silliness, of like a whole bunch of people like wanting to make a big deal about something and then finding other people who want to make a big deal about this. And then it just turns into this big tornado that works itself up out of almost nothing. Like this should almost be a nothing burger. Really, it really should be. And
yeah,
it's now
you got trolled. Okay,
it's now turned into this insanity. This is great. I love this to death. This is so awesome. How stupid
embrace the absurdity of the world.
Yes,
that's how you
it
survive.
is.
Okay.
Like who is that? Jean-Paul Sartre or Sartre or something? It's like if it's so stupid, you might as well laugh and enjoy it.
But Grumps created the spotlight for himself. Okay, he put the target on his head. He begged for it. Okay,
and now other people are coming around him and making it bigger, and then people who don't like the people that like Grumps are making it bigger, and then everyone's getting around it, and now we're talking about it. We're nobodies, and we're talking about it and making it bigger. It's like a huge tornado of stupid. It's great. I love it. I fucking love it.
Okay. Well,
it is beautiful.
To be honest, I've been on this for a couple of weeks now. I've known about this. I covered some details about this last week. This is an update. Okay.
I know.
And you got to admire the troll of it. But I don't know if Crybully is a good term for Grumps. Okay. I just named the stream because these are ideas. It gives me a couple different angles. Yeah, let's finish this up because I think she's definitely drink the Kool-Aid. Okay, well, she is an evil god, or at least a call girl to an evil cult like god.
now he is going to suffer for that in the eyes of people who watch his reporting. Because if this happened this time, how many other times has it happened? But here's the reality of the situation, folks. When it comes to reporters, you can't trust them. You can't trust nearly anything they say unless you can tell they've gone through the process. And in games reporting, they don't, because they don't think it matters. They don't think it cares, and they don't think we care. They think that they just want to make money off of it. If someone wants to prove me wrong, I'm more than willing to see that. Or you should have waited until he could get on a call, anything to prove this before reporting it. Do I feel bad for him? It might sound like I do because I probably, on some level, I have that sympathetic, cringe feeling, but I don't actually feel bad for him at the same time. I don't know who that makes sense to. If it makes him a better reporter in the future, good. It's quite amusing. Fact of the matter is on the internet, faking this kind of identity really isn't that big a deal. It's not that hard, and figuring it out wouldn't have been either if the work had been put into it. But let me know what you guys think. Did you find it amusing as I did? Because it's definitely worth at least a couple chuckles. All right, just as I was finishing up.
Yeah, of course. He got his poster boy, Cabrutus. The saint of this. Saint Cabrutus. Yes. I swear he's a great figurehead. Two months ago, complete no one. Side scrollers had him on. They're like, yeah, make good with this. Build an audience off of this. Do your Sweet Baby Inc. Oh, I have this idea for a DEI Detective. Yeah, go for it. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I also remember Keffels. Okay, this is not as bad as Keffels. Okay, Grums is
Who's that?
Keffels, a leftist who made herself a target for
No,
a kiwi
no,
farm. Okay,
never mind. I'm just joking. You know, yeah, Keffels and I have a history.
okay.
Yeah.
What you? How do you not have a history with Lucifer? God. What do you know all these people?
Keffels? Oh, of course well, duh. The entire trans thing, but who don't I have a history with? Ooh, I don't have a history with any of the like major streamers, like anyone. Hassan doesn't
No,
know
you
who
didn't.
I am. Thank
Okay.
God.
You didn't suck Destiny's dick at a rave
No,
one time,
no,
or
no. Destiny has
Bad
no
Bunny
idea who I am.
get up bag bunny skirt.
Nope.
No. What about Nick Fuentes? I don't know if you would consider him a streamer.
Yeah, No, I don't know Nick Fuentes.
Okay.
He doesn't know who I am either. None of the
Okay.
none of the racist ones do, other than Devin Tracy.
Okay. Well, he's a YouTuber. I think he's mainly YouTube. Okay. I'm sure he's branched out to Rumble. All those people have, but
No. He got banned off of Rumble.
what?
He's on
wish
what's
you
his name? He's on Gavin McInnes's what's it called? Censored TV network.
How the hell do you get banned off Rumble? I know you can get banned off Rumble.
No, he got
Okay.
no.
It's just pretty damn
he
hard
wasn't
to get banned off Rumble.
He's just not allowed.
Oh, God, got it.
If you know what yeah, exactly. But he's
Yeah,
on
wink,
Censored
wink,
TV
nudge,
with Gavin McInnes.
Okay.
And I know
this is-
Gavin. Gavin's awesome. If you ever have a
Well,
chance,
he's-
talk with Gavin.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, he knew to get out of the Proud Boys. Okay.
Well, no,
Okay.
it was more that
But he almost
Proud
fucked
Boys,
up Nerdrotic
it's like-
with his joke.
it's like, well, pulling your dick out. What the hell, dude? Like, don't pull your dick out on streams.
Oh, good
that's
point.
That's a dick.
He
That
is
is
Canadian. I forgot.
of course, he's Canadian. No,
Oh, you're
he's
going
not.
with he. Okay.
No,
Nice.
and Keffels isn't in my top. Is not in my top 10.
Don't listen to something
Gavin is
awful. Okay.
also not in my top 10.
You
I'm
can't
not
trust anything from Awful. Okay.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
just
not. I'm
okay.
not
He's not
even
as bad as
I'm
this
not
guy
even
here.
looking at the chat, so I don't know.
Okay. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I managed to pick up some viewers earlier. I guess they're not into this. Okay.
I
That was
know
interesting.
we're both terrible people, so I can understand why
Yeah.
they don't like us. Especially me,
of course.
especially me more than you, though.
Really? You think you have me beat? Okay. I made a lot of people pissed off. Okay. I have a talent
Pissing
for it.
people off and being a terrible person is two different things.
Okay. I try to avoid being a terrible person, but I simply just don't care. Okay.
That's
Most of the time, I'm just like, I don't
That's a good
care.
attitude.
Okay.
Sometimes I
Video
go out of my way to be a terrible person, though.
I don't try. It's just when someone pisses me off, I'm like, okay, no more reason to be nice.
It's
That's
just
how
weird.
I
I have so many good people around me that sometimes there needs to be some balance. Like when you have 100 amazing people that are all doing great things around you, sometimes you need to be the one to cause some shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you need to sometimes you got to break a bone to reset it. Okay. A diversity of tactics. Okay. If you limit yourself, and I'm not saying you can't use bad faith tactically for a greater cause. There's always a case, but you should set yourself out to be polite and good faith. But if that's not working,
I'm with you on that.
You switch things up. Okay.
But sometimes it's more entertaining to be the other way.
Yeah,
it's more entertaining.
Fair enough.
Even though
Depends
it's
on what you
not, you might not believe it, or you know it's a bad thing to do. I've been watching a lot of Brianna Greyjoy and Crystal Ball lately, so I've and Cenk Uygur. So
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes being bad faith is fun.
oh yes, yes. Especially when you do it with complete and utter abandon. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be bad faith.
And with people
completely.
you
just
don't
be
like.
honest about it at least. Okay, be honest about it tends to be also good. Like,
Especially if it's somebody that you don't like.
You're a dickhead. You sold coke. You can't prove that. I don't care. Look at that line, the blood down your nose. What blood down? You look.
What?
It's a possibility,
because,
man.
The only reason there's blood here is because your wife was like rubbing my face earlier. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
what you gonna do?
I mean, I'm not opposed to blood sports, as I said. This is why I'm willing to almost host anyone here. Okay, you want to come in and argue with me? I'm going to try to.
Now
I'm going to try to argue with you in good faith. But if I feel like you're not being honest, or if it's funnier just to go all crazy schizo, I'll do that. Okay, diversity of tactics.
Exactly. It's also a good way to learn how to deal with those people too. Just to be able to interact with them. Just so in the future you have that tool in your belt.
Yeah. That skill set, okay. You need to roll with the punches, okay.
Exactly. Adjust, adapt, overcome.
Worth the giggle. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like.
Mantle and top hat makes me think this is Spoon in disguise.
I know. I was thinking this. I was literally thinking the same thing. I want to message him right now.
That was quite interesting. Yeah, in Gigabear.
Oh my god, it's 11 o'clock. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for having me on.
That's fine, man. You actually really opened my eyes. Okay, always entertaining, sometimes very informative. Okay, not gonna blow smoke up your ass. Okay, I tell people how it is. They like it or not. Okay. Actually,
I know. That's why I like you. That's one of the reasons why I've been checking out your streams for a while now. I don't think I've missed one. So even though we disagree on lots of things, but I really like hearing your stream of consciousness. And sometimes you even step over yourself, but then you'll actually talk yourself back and walk yourself back while actually speaking. It's actually good to hear. It's a good streamer attitude to actually like talk yourself out of the way you're talking, so you keep the the stream going instead of just leaving dead air where you're saying almost nothing. That's and that's the thing about Andrew Clark. That he has the biggest problem is he can't talk continuously. He has
I mean, you can say a little bit of nonsense here and there.
Yes, but you want to be able to just keep talking, even though sometimes you'll say something silly. But shit, I said something silly. Okay, maybe I didn't mean that. Maybe I mean to say this, and this. That's okay. But stopping yourself and leaving yourself like stepping over your own feet, that's not a good streamer attitude. And in this especially in this kind of like atmosphere on YouTube, you got to be able to just keep going. Roll with the punches. Go with it.
Gotta be entertaining and informative and try to appeal to people. I don't know who the hell I appeal to. I just try to do my best. Okay.
Well, you're appealing to me.
We need to clone you. Okay. I need to clone you.
Me?
I'll have a huge audience if we can clone you 100 times.
You don't want a few hundred of me. That would be the worst. That'd be like cloning a whole bunch of Sith Lords.
Okay, fair enough. We would have the rise of the sky.
Imagine 1,000 Darth Vaders running around.
Oh wow! At least you have an ego. Darth Vader's is a better upgrade for that.
Well, I'm fucking.
Rusty sounds like a Scooby-Doo villain when you read it that way. This was intentionally over the top to make it even more hilarious when he ran the scoop, as I knew he would. I think that's bullshit. Okay, I think that's dope as hell. Okay.
It is cope.
There
That's
is
totally
there
cope.
is slight hints here and there. If you were being highly skeptical, you probably would be suspicious. Okay, but yeah, you can definitely say Nick's sort of bias.
Yeah.
Fucking
yes.
took him on a tangent. Okay, and of course he's gonna be here. Okay,
Yeah.
the dude's dick riding him, and there's
Thanks
people
for
dick
making it
riding
full
him.
screen.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Dick.
once someone commented on the videos. Okay, never mind that. So I've generally been a fan of Zero Punctuation series as well as generally warm towards escapers and peers. Where are you? Okay, never mind that.
Read more. Read more.
Oh,
if
and
you
of
wanna
course,
read more.
199. Of course, 199. There's a 199 on there. I sub to the Escapist, and I am sub to Second Win 100% just for Yahtzee content, of course. Who isn't a Yahtzee fan? My take on this is that the bear guy has too much free time and not enough friends. And the Nick is must be related to the blue-footed booby because he seems to walk into obvious traps.
Oh, he walked into this.
Yes,
maybe it was
I
his
know
bias.
that's actually a very good comment. I like that.
Okay, I'll give it a like for you if you want to come back on the own and give it another like. Okay, at
I
least
will.
He
I'm
admits
gonna
the
go-
bear guy has too much free time and not enough friends. Okay.
Yes.
The bear is interesting, so I can agree with that. Yes, I'm not really getting. Here's a leftist. I don't think I want to go with that. Dead domain. Okay. And I started off the stream with this. I don't know why this is on the list. I think I actually asked Takian Blue because he is the expert on Gamergate. I literally asked him, did he hear about anything like this to catch a journalist in the Gamergate one time? He's like, there's been similar things, but like this, no. This is new territory we're riding into, guys. Okay. This is, I don't know why that's up there. Okay. Get this off screen. Probably not going to drag this out too much longer. This is the second stream, and we're an hour and a half in. You having fun, Lucifer?
Oh yeah.
Or you want to take?
Actually,
or
I've
you
been
want to get out of
enjoying our
here?
conversation a lot. No.
Okay, we're gonna give this. I'm gonna
however
try to
long
go
you wanna
another
go,
half hour.
Okay, you do that. Get your stuff together. What I'm gonna do is because I'm addicted to nicotine, I'm gonna have a.
Oh, so am I. But I have a Eve cigarette, so
I don't smoke in my
Sucker.
house, so I'm gonna go just outside. My office is right beside my sliding door, so I can just like be like
Fair enough.
5 feet away. Okay, I'll see you in a sec. I'll keep you. I'll turn the stereo back on so I can hear you.
Get it? Okay, I
Is
got
it
on one of
echoing?
these screens.
Is it echoing?
If it is, not to such a significant degree. Go get your nicotine, man. I know how that feels. Okay. So just because I'm bored, I know there's more stuff unrelated to this that I want to bring up, which is probably going to be boring in the context of this conversation. Probably will be useless, but I might bring it up here and there out on the stage. But let me go over this. Seems like I got part of a thread. Okay, yeah. I've never heard of this word, Uranus. Okay, I must not be that much into the Hayden journalist space because I've never heard this slang term. Okay, not even part of my vocabulary. I never heard of it before. Blah blah blah. If I had to pick a side back in the day, I would have been on the pro Gamergate for the S-back ethics. I just know Grums will probably be worse for GG2 than Milo was for GG1. It just seems weird. Okay. So someone actually responded, I was pro Gamergate back then. Grums played outsider middleman role, which, as far as I know from my research, it's sort of been half-assed research. That seems to be the truth. I think he almost switched sides on Law and Order SVU. Again, only reason that episode has any value is one of the Paul brothers get killed at the end. Okay. Other than that, it's a complete waste of time and showing how crappy the media was. Not that it was a good show. Yeah. He said, Now he's worming his way, and clearly Griffin, I don't want him representing us either. I give good odds to he's grifting, but that word is overused and watered down. Okay, people don't use it. It's a weird word, and I use it on the spectrum. In the end, I don't see how this culture war will help the game industry or even culture at all. It's optics over fact. The thing with Nick makes that clear. Oh, he uses quotation. His grift is that he's paying for attention. So when he goes to Kickstarter, they're not supporting him for a product. They're supporting him. So like you could YouTuber merch. This is his idea. Doesn't use the word directly. Probably smart. Who's going to fund this game? He needs funding. He has cut ties with any publisher that would give it to him. So he's not promoting the game right now publicly, because if he did, when people would get curious and really start asking questions, right now he's just building an audience base that blindly supports him, and eventually he will ask him for money. Otherwise, what's the point of all this? He's made himself so toxic. No one's willing to work to make the game with him because it will tarnish their career going forward. Well, if they kick out all the woke people, he'll be fine. He can get back in. This is very presumptuous of Nick, perhaps. He could have just gotten to work and made the game he wanted to make, but instead he chose this route. I think it would be fine if he was building an audience to fund the game, if the game itself wasn't a skip. See, people love throwing that around.
Yeah, I know.
Very weak.
Just make your own. It's so easy.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
might get
even
canceled, it might fail. Oh, he tried to set up a social media network that failed. See, this is the thing with Grumps, is everything he's done on his own has failed, okay? I'm sure he has a cope about all of it, blames other people. This is the kind of grift that only works if you're Chris Roberts. I have no fucking
Chris Roberts.
clue.
I have no idea who Chris Roberts is.
Only Roberts is. Yeah, these guys are all geeks, gaming geeks, way bigger geeks than me. Yeah.
One thing I'll say is, you know, I've gone through like 7 businesses, and you know, you go through it, you maybe build it up, but then like virtually 90% of all businesses fail. So you try to build something up and it fails. Okay, you keep going. It's just the nature of it.
But you should work on something and try to see if it's going to failure. I mean, if you're going to just drag this out for so long, I can understand why people are calling it a scam. You keep on. If this guy has been promoting this game, which it does seem like since the original Gamergate, this is like 10 years, and there's almost no development on it.
Yeah,
I can understand why people think it's a scam and their perspective. Okay, of Nick put it out there. He builds up a very loyal, blindly will follow you to the ends of the earth. It's a nice theory again, but again, like the sort of thing you brought up, it's all theoretical. Okay,
yeah, it is.
You might change his tune. Okay, in reaction to you saying this, be like, you were wrong. You said I was going to do this. I didn't. I switched to something else. It's like knowing the future can change it, okay?
Anita Sarkeesian.
Locked replies. I will buy the game. Okay. Okay, I tend to print their words verbatim. I don't know. This guy just definitely comes off as a complete another weirdo. I am going to follow this Gigabear unless he blocks me.
But I will too. I'll follow him too.
You don't have to. Okay.
I don't have to do shit, but I will. Just so I can see
if he's going to turn. I mean, this guy's definitely insane. Okay. But I like seeing what insane people are going to do. Okay. I am very curious. Okay. I know he retweeted me when I asked him, are you a troll? Let me see. Troll, locale, or just insane. He probably responds to a lot of people.
Oh, that's an interesting way to put that. Okay.
Those were the 3 best options, you know. Okay, retweeting, blah. Who knows? Maybe he deleted it or something. I'm just not seeing it.
He's already reposted you.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah. No,
I have different Twitter accounts.
He says just insane.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just not seeing it. I have 2 Twitter. Actually, I have 3 Twitter accounts. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't really take Twitter seriously. Okay. Like I don't link my anything on it. I just use it wherever. Don't really care. I think it's a joke. I want to be an anti-tuber. Okay. What anyone other YouTuber does, I want to do the opposite. No, not in theory, but
No,
you know,
right, yeah.
I'm not going to do it just to be a contrarian. I just want to do whatever I want. And frankly, trying to build up an audience on Twitter just seems like a waste of time. I mean, it can be done.
Well,
seems like it can be done.
It all depends on what you want to do, because the way Twitter engagement works, you it's so silly. Like all the schizoid like retards that I love, they get lots of following, but there's no way it can transfer to actual monetization now.
Unless you get paid by Twitter, which they're attempting to do. I don't know how good the monetization part is.
Yes, but most of the people that are actually working the algorithm, it doesn't work now because they won't monetize people who are engagement farming. So how do you like make money when you can't like do like the obvious things to make people get on your page, unless you're doing like Andy knows stuff, or making your own, like virtually your own content, like just showing off, like libs of TikTok. It is, there's no way anyone else other than libs of TikTok can do that now and make money.
Okay. They're just too high up there.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is the best piece of evidence, but even this is in doubt now, even though it's over a little under 2 years ago, June 13, 2022. As a reporter, I wouldn't use this, what I'm saying, especially with all the shit Gigabear's done. He's probably smart, but he can explain the deal with Gigabear. I am curious about his video, how it's going to come out, how he's going to frame it. There's a certain art aspect that'll probably be framed as dishonest, but we'll see the reaction. But this, I think, is rather strong, but you can't use it as legitimate evidence with how unreliable this Gigabear is. But it's something to laugh at. What are you suggesting? Grums, you sent an email to support once asking for a refund. We don't do refunds, but I know you seem to want one and want out. If that's the case, why don't we give you one in exchange for agreement to never harm or disparage the project or staff or blah, blah, blah. We could do a refund on KS or 1 year, whatever, sooner you could walk away. Yeah, I find this interesting. It's because Nick thinks that maybe there's been talk about an NDA. This sounds a lot like an NDA. Okay, it's not directly said an NDA, but
yeah, it's asserting that it is.
But this could be him faking himself talking to Grums now. So yeah, you can't use it, but he can talk about how freaking insane Gigabear is in his video. And trust me, I'm gonna make a collection of Gigabear before I and wait on the video for the Grums video.
Good.
But that's my next project. Some
like
Gigabear
yeah,
content.
Good idea.
Okay, because I'm going through this one file because I'm just going to use the term KF. I looked through what's on KF. It seems interesting, but I found an alternative thread that was on a Twitter, link to a Twitter that I'm going through and going to record and try to speed up. You know.
Yeah. Now I'm
just have some fun with it.
Now that I'm digging through, it. It does. I'm not going to say it on stream, but this Gigabear is
Yeah,
sus.
but with someone like that,
It is sus.
oh,
Almost.
yeah, definitely sus.
And
Let him have
here,
his 15 minutes of fame. I think he's going to be burned after this, disavowed. Okay, and he's
think
going to
so
probably
too.
go back and attack him again, and no one's going to care. Okay, I think he's going to get fucked over this. Personally, Gigabear, I don't think how he can come out clean out of this. He's going to serve his purpose. They're going to placate him for a while. Something's going to happen. That's just a prediction. Okay, I want to see how that plays out.
I'm with you.
See if he jumps to a different game, a different thing. I'll see how the video turns out.
Yep.
Okay. Also, give it a little bit more time. I'll go to an alternate thing because I don't think I talked about all the particular subject matters, and I think this will not be as relevant. Just wanted to catch up on that, put it on stream, and okay. So that's definitely a trolling attempt. A lot of that was focused. The victim clout. Okay. Well, what are thoughts on victim clout? You know, you act like a victim.
I love victims.
That...
Victims are the best because they're easy targets, and then all you have to do is just go, point, and done, and we can just make as much fun as them as possible, and they can use that kind of like BS as clout for themselves. And everyone,
but there's a balance. Like Chris Chan couldn't pull the victim card legitimately. Okay, he's just too insane.
What do you mean? He was already so popular. Immediately, that's you're obviously a victim. As long as you're an elite, you're immediately a victim, right? Because people want to hate on elites.
Yeah. The rich eat the rich.
Yep, exactly. Well, why would you want to eat me? What have I done to you? Oh my God, please help me. I'm the victim all of a sudden just because I'm rich. And I'm so popular.
Oh. Obviously, yes. That's Hassan. I say Chris Chan, not Hassan.
Literally.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
They are both clowns, okay.
Yes.
And I want to bring up another point. Okay. I think I got distracted with that sort of thing. It's good distraction. I'm fine with good distraction. But you know who's been hurting freaking these political beasts recently? Take a guess, okay? Has it been their political rivals?
Okay. Destiny.
You think of how many people went after repeat that name?
Destiny?
No, he sort of backed off. Okay.
Oh,
he didn't really hurt the reputation of people like Hassan. Wow.
Your best friend didn't become a victim. Okay. Or Dev or Short Fat Otaku.
When has he done a video on Hassan?
He's also your best friend, right? Okay.
No, that's Miss Sparkles, who's probably pissed at me right now.
No,
that's an eternal cycle.
Anyways, no, we're not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. She'll probably come back around. Same thing with Tiaman. I love having a diverse group of people who check me out.
I like Tiamat too.
Yeah, but you have to know how to deal with them. Okay.
I do. I was supposed to do a stream, a couple streams with them, but I've been doing stuff with the hospital and trying to work. My arms have been so fucked up lately doing stuff. So it really screwed with my timing, and now I kind of left them in the lurch. I feel bad about it.
You shouldn't.
Now,
okay.
Anyways, keep going.
Okay. So here, Hassan. Well, let's go with the facts. Hassan bad. I just typed that out. Maybe it's my bias.
Bad.
Maybe I should log out. Maybe I should sign out and try this again. Okay. Let's do Hassan bad. See what comes up. Hassan bad. Tom Dark, Willie Mac Show, EFAP highlights. Someone I haven't heard about. What's got the most? Willie Mac Show.
Abysmal.
You know what? Doomer Media.
Oh,
Doomer is actually helping him. Doomer Media is helping him.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. That's with what's his name? What's the name of Nikki? No, something. They're making videos together, right? Doomer. And
I don't know the details of that. I just know Willie Mack is.
Willie Mack. Yeah.
And that brings up bring back Bosch. Okay, Bosch bad. Okay, let's just do Bosch bad.
But Bosch is rad.
Norris Sampson. Whoa. Norris Sampson is coming up the most. Okay. But then we have Willie Mack. Okay. Willie Mack. Okay.
Bosch rad.
Why no rightoids? Okay. You have his own side criticizing him. David Packman.
Oh, God.
5 months ago.
Oh, I used to subscribe to David Packman back in the day. Oh, that was like, what, 9 years ago?
Let's do Keffels. Okay. Oh, sorry. Not just Keffels. Keffels bad. Forgot.
Oh,
remember.
I love Keffels. I love Keffels.
I'll break it how I'm on the wrong screen. I'm retarded. Okay. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I didn't even check my screen. That is a sign that I really should stop streaming. Okay. I was not displaying any of this. Okay. Whoa. Big Bungie's got one top search on that. Gamer from Mars commentary. Well, Destiny's got one. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, of course.
Willie Mack show. Okay. Tom Dark. Commentary. Okay.
I'm surprised.
Let me display again. Hassan Bad.
I'm surprised Nux hasn't made a video about Keffels.
Nux Taku?
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Tom Dark, Willie Mack, someone like that. Sensitive Society. All right. And Bosch bad. Ethan Klein's one of the people who started. And Bosch, you got some Noah Sampson stuff.
Oh my God.
That's pretty old.
Noah Sampson. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's cringe. Okay. I think.
Oh, I know.
I'm tempted to see his fucking video on. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Think Before You Sleep, but his whole thing against that one chick seems completely insane. Okay.
Oh, what's her? What's philosophy too? No.
Yeah, this bullshit here. And Noah Sampson
My team
is putting
manage over
himself
200
on
campaigns a year at
I mean,
the
I'm
Opera
not
House,
even a
and
fan of Think
OneNave.com
Before You
really
Sleep,
help with
okay.
efficiency.
You may notice a random child.
Especially with the fact that supposedly he's dating or married to Brittany Vitti.
No.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Not Think Before You.
YouTube channel.
Oh, he is.
Before
Yes.
You Sleep. Hereafter
No, they're
referred to
dating.
as Sean.
Yes.
Hi, Sean.
Yes,
Responded to Illy's video in a video titled "Fat Acceptance Cartoon." Right after Sean posted this response, the comment section on Illy's video went through some changes. It was flooded with hate comments, threats, insults, inflammatory accusations, also a lot of anti-Semitism. So that's kind of weird. When one of her followers reached out on Tumblr to ask if she'd seen the video, Illy replied, and after expressing frustration about the harassment she was receiving, she ended the post by asking her followers to
Let's see.
referred to as Sean, hi Sean, responded to Illy's video in a video titled Fat Acceptance Cartoon. Right after Sean posted this response, the comment section on Illy.
I'm going to slow this down. Fatty. Fucking hell. Playback speed. Okay, I want to see the comments he's scrolling. I shouldn't probably do this. Oh, God.
2 months.
Okay, too slow.
Anti-woke YouTube channel Think Before You Sleep, hereafter referred to
You
as
gotta
Sean,
love the
hi,
scrolling
Sean,
thing.
responded to Illy's
You gotta love the scrolling and the speed of it.
video in a video titled "Fat Acceptance Cartoon." Right after Sean
Found the fatty.
posted this response,
Holy
the comment section.
Okay, this is bad. Okay, why are you still breathing?
Section on Illy's video.
A lot of it's making fun of making fun of her weight.
Changes. It was flooded with hate comments, threats.
Is this the same one?
Yeah, it
It's
was
the same exact line. Is this he
Yep.
used it twice?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
on Illy's video cartoon. Right after Sean posted this response, the comments
Yeah. Uses the same one twice.
Yes.
And it's the worst one.
Yes, of course.
He's Jewish, by the way.
Who cares? Why is that?
He's a victim, okay?
Yeah, I
he
know.
tried to get his video reported, okay? And I'm trying to see where this dox claim is coming.
It's not it. I'm gonna say 100%. There is no doxing. It just turns out to be like they showed some other social media account that nobody knew about. And
yes, because she didn't
showed
actually
his real name.
I remember this. Another person, I don't like him as much as Willie Mack or even Tom Dark. What's his name? Another commentary YouTuber. And another thing to bring up, we were talking about the Me Too thing, the Johnny Depp trial. You know who's fighting for a standard before people get accused of raping people nowadays? Is it the political people arguing about the fair justice system?
What, Armor Skeptic?
Has he been accused?
No, I don't know.
Again, it's the commentators who are. Again, it's the commentating community, or at least a certain subsect of them. Some of them actually make the accusations in commentary, but the ones that I actually enjoy are the ones who are looking for evidence. Okay, they want evidence. If you want to prove this, and when people have just a story, okay, they'll take it seriously and try to see if the story is consistent or if they change over time. Doesn't say anything for sure, but it definitely, they're holding the standards that you can't just, as a woman nowadays, you want to just accuse a man of abusing or sexually harassing you, everyone will still jump on that bandwagon, even after Johnny Depp. Forgetting about that. Okay,
of course.
Who's fighting back against those ideas under somewhat? Well, they're getting some praise, but they're also getting a lot of pushback. The commentators, okay, as much cringe as it is, and as much as I don't want to go through the autism of all the Minecraft YouTubers and all these YouTubers being accused, you got to respect the guys who are going through all this evidence, and they're even willing to talk to people who disagree with them, like host them.
Oh, I know who you're talking. Jeremy. No. Not Tyler. No, who was that guy?
There was Dream originally. Then there was
Dream was like, I still find it mind blowing that anyone watched Dream, but whatever.
Oh yeah, okay. I just assume all. I mean, it might be bad faith, but I just assume all Minecraft tubers have pedophilic impulses. Okay, I wouldn't actually say it out loud.
No, I'm with you on
this
that.
is just a joke. I'm joking. Okay, not literally, but
I love your joke, and I agree with your joke. And I think that is a good joke. It's a good joke. Anyways.
Yes, but it's a joke. I wouldn't make the accusation just because they are weirdos. Well, yes. Totally a joke.
Totally a joke.
Woke YouTuber is trying to deplatform me, in which he accused Illy of leading a campaign of targeted harassment campaign, and mass flagging campaign against me, mass flagging his channel, mass flagging against him and his smaller channel, deplatform a smaller creator, harass a much smaller creator in order to deplatform him, deplatform me, to try and get me deplatformed and take away his source of income. The only evidence he has provided for any of these accusations is that one Tumblr post. This new video from Sean brought Illy even more targeted harassment, which culminated in her receiving death threats.
One Tumblr post of a big creator, okay? Insane, okay?
Imagine if you had brought up all the stuff that people have said about It's a Gundam, and it would fill like a 40 hour like video in the same way. And obviously they're all BS and people just making up shit, but God, the YouTube community is so toxic. It's the most toxic community that's ever been created. I love it.
And I definitely would say these latest bread tubers, maybe all the bread tubers who are definitely still around, are sort of like Crybullies. Okay.
Oh,
they definitely fit very well.
The worst part about the bread tube community is the purity spiral is so bad that they all are terrible, terrible people, and they all pretend to be altruistic. So they all have dirt on everyone else in their community.
Beautiful.
And they just use it as like what are you gonna do? I'll just tell everyone that that you were talking with this 14-year-old in our community. Oh, well, you were talking with this 14-year-old, the same 14-year-old I was talking to. It's like, and then they go burn the, yes, oh well, duh. Or the furry community, like Blue Fall for, or hell, even
furry.
Even fucking Keffels too. Keffels is arguably one of the worst.
They don't want to know the depravity. Okay, of that. I mean, yeah.
That fucking that Discord.
But she's definitely a crybully. Okay. And Mark Kern, I don't know. He obfuscates sort of his stuff. He offloads his sort of thing. He definitely hints at something. He has underlings. He is a good manager. Okay, he's good at delegating people under him to go after, and he rarely even has to lift the finger and point at people.
I know.
Okay, so
I swear
he's much smarter.
I swear to God, he's a coke dealer or something. Like he's selling drugs to people because he's got the dirt on everyone in that community. I swear to God, there is something.
Which person, just to clarify?
Mark.
Okay, Mark Kern.
I
think
swear.
He has dirt.
Yes, and I swear that he's
everyone at home audience speculation. Okay,
speculation. Yeah, I swear that I believe that there is some shady stuff being committed by this person to get dirt on other people, just so they can use that as manipulation tactics. Anyways, let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, wait. I'm trying to even it out. I'm trying to keep my centrist credentials. I think ending on a leftist going after sweet before you sleep. Someone that I don't actually. Okay.
Rape threats and being doxxed. For her safety, she was forced to leave her home state, breaking the lease on her.
Okay, how did the dox? How did he? Did I speed it up too much? Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to him at normal speed. Pray for me.
Harass a much smaller creator
in order to deplatform him,
deplatform me, to try and get me deplatformed
and take away his source of income.
Take away my source of income.
The only evidence he has provided for any of these accusations is that one Tumblr post. This new video from Sean brought Illy even more
targeted harassment,
which culminated in her receiving death threats, rape threats, and being doxxed. For her safety, she was forced to leave.
Oh, so he made a video in response, and that's how he's complicit in her docs. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Blaming the audience. Okay. This can be turned. Okay. Just making sure where the docs comes in. The audience is trying to dox her or doxed her. I don't fucking know.
Leave her home state, breaking the lease on her apartment, which cost her over $10,000 in legal fees. Sean, meanwhile, made out with a slightly better deal. 3 videos, 2.3 million views, 40,000 new subscribers, and a big stack of Google AdSense money. There's so much that I want.
Money. Okay. Again, this woman is just offloaded from what I know from the video, and it could be incorrect that she sort of got told what was in this video by her friend, which Noah is, of course, going to be very honest and go over exactly how Think Before You Sleep depicts this, okay? Obviously, okay? But let's not jump the gun. He's just starting off by, it's all about money. This is before the 2-minute marker. I don't like using the term poison the well.
Oh,
but
that's literally.
I came up with a term that I liked that I got made fun of, but I still like it. This is a way to spike the well can down the road. Obviously, might not apply too well here, but I like it. Spiking the well can down the road, definitely not poison the well. Kicking that well can down the road because of money.
I want to talk about from this situation. I want to talk about how Sean spends a good amount of his video insulting Illy's appearance.
Oh, thank you. Something awful. Really? This drama? Okay. Good to have someone. Do you have a take on the entire situation? No, sorry. I just know the initial situation. Basically, people from 4chan doxed her, and yeah, that's think before you sleep. Even though
Yeah.
she's already doxed. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And just like Keffels, it wasn't Kiwi Farms who doxed her. There wasn't even the death threat on Keffels on Kiwi Farms that was shut down real quick. But somehow, like in the couple minutes that death threat on Keffels was on Kiwi Farms before it got deleted, it got screenshot and shared. And everyone, even Keffels admits it's not Kiwi Farms who did this shit to her. It's a site that the commentary YouTubers won't even name. They call it the Site X. Okay.
It's yes, Site X.
No, I'm expecting to see good faith Gary anytime.
Appearance under
Yeah.
the guise of giving her tips on how to be more attractive.
She could easily be considered attractive by most people if she just stopped wearing those grandma glasses, picked better clothes, learned how to style her hair instead of always leaving it flat to her head with max.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I don't think this is too bad. This is much better. I agree.
On forehead
Yeah,
showing, and watch some makeup tutorials.
I want to talk about how
Still, like when your face on compared to like a profile pic, and it's completely different. It's so weird to be able to judge someone on like a bad pic compared to a decent pic, and saying, "Oh, you should just look like this instead." It's like, fuck. Okay, come on. Like everyone has their like a good and bad pick, and there's the spectrum in between.
Peace
And
out.
I'm saying this is a
awful.
terrible looking guy.
Okay. Okay.
how we spent what must have been hours digging around her social media accounts to find photos of her eating junk food and of her body at a time when she weighed less in order to accuse her of lying about her diet.
So now I have to do some investigating to find out what Alyssa's eating habits are.
Go back. That picture of her with the sword.
I've got it. That's too
Weighed less in order to accuse her.
What about it?
I like her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's your type of woman, right?
No, not my type of woman, but I like her. I wouldn't say yes, and I would turn her down. But that picture, she looks good.
Yeah.
I give a thumbs up.
I'd give it a 6. Okay. She can get up to a 7. I mean, she's not unattractive. Okay.
Somebody
true.
put that sword in her hand, and she's like, yes.
And she made a video complaining about FAP acceptance. Okay. He's totally dodging this. It's all about attacking her character. Okay.
Oh.
Of lying about her
Play the
diet.
So now I have to do some investigating to find out what Alyssa's eating habits are. After scrolling down through her community tab, the only thing I was able to see her eating was ice cream. Strike one.
I want to talk about how he had to lie for a lot of these insults, like how the very next post on her community tab after the milkshake thing showed her holding a bag of wheat bread, or how the photo he used to insult her fashion sense by saying she dresses like a homeless person.
Holy shit, that is bad. This girl has millions of followers, yet if you saw her out in public, you'd be afraid that she's about to pester you for spare change.
Was taken while she was hiking, and Sean knew that, but cropped out the identifying information so that his audience wouldn't, the less perceptive ones anyway, given that she's, sitting on a log in dirt. I want to talk about all that, but I have to shelve those points for now because there's a more pressing issue at hand, which is that Sean's videos caused a doxing.
Jeez, wait a minute.
On the internet, things like doxing and harassment are often treated.
So Think Before You Sleep was the one saying that shit about her. This is a hit video on Think Before You Sleep. Oh
yeah,
my god!
It's Noah Samson. Okay. Noah hates Think Before He Sleep. Okay.
What a shit.
They have a rivalry. Of course, he would come up with this sort of narrative.
Wait a second.
Okay.
So, and he lives with Brittany,
man.
He lives with Brittany in Texas now. Jesus Christ, that seems like a dick. This guy's an asshole. I've never seen any of his videos before. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this seems like, and I've watched lots of Britney videos, but geez, this is the kinds of videos that he makes is like doing hit pieces on random girls. Oh my god, this is so silly. Okay, good. Yeah, keep going. This should be fun. I love cringe.
Say it or say now, okay. Had Brother Neron, you did a video on your good buddy Road Breach, okay? And I might have said that you were right, okay? Might have been in jest, okay? You were right about him, okay? Brother Neron's an interesting guy nowadays, okay? I wouldn't hold too much.
Treated as natural.
I was joking about a collab between you two on Road Breach. That would have been funny. But no. Best to stay away. Okay.
Law. Mean comments are inevitable. Even if you ask people not to, they'll still leave them. If people are going to take things too far, like doxing, then there's not much you can really do to stop it. This seems to be Sean's perspective on the matter.
This comment brigading behavior appears to just be a fact of nature that creators can't control. So really, it's on YouTube to make an interface change that addresses this problem.
The only real exemption from this excuse seems to be when a creator directly asks their audience to harass or dox someone. If that doesn't happen though, then sorry, it's the internet. Now, while that may be the case in some situations, this is not one of them. Sean didn't ask anyone to dox or harass Illy. What he did do, though, is misrepresent and deceptively edit her video in order to conjure ideas which directly motivated the people who did. And when I say
you gotta love that's the same thing. It's the same exact fucking pound of bullshit, okay? Show us. You don't just say it. Show us where it is. How did he cut it deceptively, okay? And I'm not getting this vibe from us, okay? Let's see if he...
Directly. We doxed Illy because she tried to get another popular content creator, Think Before You Sleep, taken down by YouTube, all because he made a video right...
Okay, who's this? What's the source? Okay.
I made it the fuck up.
Yeah, where's your source?
Fully criticizing her. She is also promoting fat culture and how being fit and working out your body is useless and fat phobic. She also promotes that's an anti-trans slur, and woke culture. That was posted on the website that hosted Illy's doxing information. The actual doxing took place on a different website, and the very first post of the original doxing thread shared these same motivations. We need to dox her because she promotes fat culture, she believes in woke bullshit, and when a based YouTuber like Think Before You Sleep called her out, she threw a fit and asked her fans to mass flag his channel to get it deleted. The people harassing...
Yes. Are you just going to skip over that? Before we go, Noah answer to a question by Turkey Tom. Noah says, TBYS created the environment which justified the doxing. Noah likes to talk in circles or assert things. You know, shit is easy to pull out of your ass.
Her in the comments are motivated by these same ideas. Illy is woke, Illy wants to deplatform Sean, and Illy promotes obesity. These accusations are being repeated across the internet in videos with millions of collective views. They pervade the doxing threads, sprinkled between a sea of death threats, rape threats, and depictions of Illy committing suicide. These ideas are the reason they hate her.
How are these people popular? How are these people popular? Oh my god.
Because the message. I mean, I will agree with fucking Drinker. The message is real, okay?
Single one was fabricated by Sean. How he did this is the topic of today's video, so let's check it out. All right, so the first one of these narratives that I want to look at today is the idea that Illy promotes obesity. One of the main concluding points of Sean's video is that Illy's advice is going to kill people by causing them to eat themselves into an early grave.
You know what's great about this advice? Because you conflated being overweight with extreme obesity, so you could say that both are healthy, what's going to happen is that people who watch this video that are 300 pounds are going to say, see, Alyssa is fine with being overweight. I don't have to change either. And then they'll eat themselves into an early grave.
Note that it's not just, it might happen. He said that it's going to happen. So it's sort of a direct accusation there.
So
that's taking something said hyper autistically. It sounds like almost taking it out of context, okay? Is it address the fact? Is he healthy? Yeah, it's an assertion, it's a over the blown thing.
God. Over the blown. Those are my favorite.
Over the blown, okay. Yeah, to the blown.
I try to go under the blown, but over the blown.
Better than through the blown, okay. The blown will tear you the fuck up, man, okay.
Through the blown.
You don't fuck with the blown, okay.
You know, through the blown is illegal in Canada. So just so you know.
Okay.
And well, virtually
I've given this 16 more minutes. Obviously, my speech is degrading, okay. 16 more minutes. I think we don't even need to watch 16 more minutes of this. Okay, but yeah, give it a chance.
Just so we're clear about that. Now, that's a pretty serious accusation, right? So how does he justify it? Well, right before it, he presents what he calls Illy's final piece of advice and uses that as evidence to argue that she is promoting obesity.
All right, let's see Alyssa's final piece of advice.
A carrot isn't an inherent good food, while chocolate is an inherent bad food. Food is just food. No matter how many calories, carbs, sugars, you should feel free to eat whatever food you want to without beating yourself up about it.
I'm done. That was such terrible advice. I don't know how this video could be considered as anything other than enabling food addicts to not fix their health.
So Illy's quotes here that
Yeah, you gotta love that. I agree with him.
true.
Okay.
I agree with him too. That's true.
Okay. I'm not even as hard pressed. As I said, I don't even really care for think before you sleep. But when a man is telling the truth, you just be like, yeah, that could be very well. That is stupid advice she's given.
food is just food.
Yes,
and
it is.
You should eat whatever you want were the most important pieces of evidence to Sean's conclusion. Accordingly, they were represented in a few other places. In the thumbnail of his video, for example, Illy is holding a sign that reads, "Eat what you want," to an audience of children, while her avatar holds a milkshake and is depicted as being unstable. These quotes seem to be the real sticking point for other creators that cover.
That is bad optics, though. That's really
I
bad
agree.
optics.
I agree. Yeah.
Of his video, for example, Illy is holding a sign that reads, "Eat what you want," to an audience of children, while her avatar holds a milkshake and
What
is
is
depicted
her
as being
thumbnail?
unstable. These quotes seem to be the real sticking point for other
Where did
creators
he
that
get
cover his
those
video.
images
Food
from?
is just food.
That was a think before you sleep thumbnail, not her thumbnail.
Yeah, that was think before
She
you
didn't
sleep
make that.
thumbnail.
Oh, okay. That was think before. It was because he's trying to like make her look like okay. Now it
Yeah, he
makes
does
sense.
have a certain
Now it makes
narrative
sense.
there, and he
Yep.
does follow that up with these sort of characters. Look at this
Yeah.
still right here. Okay, right here. A lot of the children. Yes, it's exaggerated a little bit. Okay.
Why? Do you not like black people?
I'm
Okay,
indifferent. Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. I
I
like the
don't-
Archie Bunker approach. I don't discriminate. I hate everyone equally. That's me.
I hate
Stupidest thing
Homer.
I've ever heard.
Should
I
have
hate
actually
Homer.
played. Yeah.
Clearly, there's a
Okay.
couple of dumbass arguments that are open to be criticized.
Well,
Well,
actually, all food is the
okay,
same.
so
No, you
something
fucking
bad.
idiot. Of course, all food's not the same.
Remember, she basically says there's no difference between eating a carrot and a cookie or whatever, pure gold. Did she actually say that? That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, the fat acceptance stuff is just gone way too far, I think.
To give up on yourself, your goals, and that food is food.
What you are proposing is very unhealthy and dangerous. What is your problem, you evil, life-destroying monster? You just ruined
Oh
a
my
bunch of young
God.
people's, especially girls' lives.
Did you know that person?
Evil, life-destroying monster. I wish. Show me. Go back. I bet if it's a checkmark person.
Problem, you
I'm
evil,
sure I know.
life-destroying monster. You just ruined
Oh, Kira? No, I don't know.
What?
I'm surprised they
is very
showed it.
unhealthy and dangerous. What is your problem, you evil, life-destroying?
No, I don't
This
know that
isn't
person.
Twitter. This is just
It-
comments. Okay.
Yeah,
You
it looks
sure?
like YouTube commentary. Yeah.
They
I'm
have
sure I
an
don't know.
anime profile. I don't care.
Yes, of
okay?
course
That's
they do.
General rule.
I'm sure it's a trans person too.
It's very possible. Okay.
Destroying monster. You just ruined a bunch of young people's, especially girls' lives. So did she really say this? Is she really going to get people killed? Let's take a closer look at the evidence and find out. So one thing I noticed in Sean's video is that there's a funny cut when he shows this clip. Right after the line, "No matter how many calories, carbs, and sugars," the video skips just a bit. The s'more changes hands. The boy's blood sugar monitor, that's what this is, it just sort of appears on the chair. There's a break in continuity. So I went back to Illy's actual video and see if you can spot what he decided to cut from this sequence.
No matter how many calories, carbs, sugars, whatever is in it. Unless you have life-threatening allergies or dietary restrictions to follow, you should feel free to eat whatever food you want to without beating yourself up about it.
So immediately before she says that fated line, "Eat whatever you want," she added,
How does that actually negate his point?
Because it shows somebody who possibly could die from eating this stuff. Figuring
Yeah,
out,
but if the video that he's focusing on isn't concerned with actual like allergic or diabetes or anything like that, how does that pertain to his particular point?
I
Okay,
think
that's
I
a
think it
separate
might-
issue altogether.
No, but I think it might be that the diabetes might be an acute thing, like something that was created from bad eating.
Yes,
How are
hating
you
my
doing?
life because this is what I'm reduced to. Okay. Doing the streams over here. No, actually, I'd like doing this.
Lots
Okay,
of
my
people,
brain's
because
just
there are
going
lots of, because they're virtually like more than half of the people that have diabetes got it from like bad diet.
bad eating habits growing up.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay, that
so
is a
if
concern.
you, so if you start like showing off diabetes to other people as, oh, you can't eat because you got this, it might make the people who have diabetes from overeating feel bad.
Okay. I just don't understand how cutting the context really plays into this. Yes, I can understand.
Let's see how they put it off, how they
The
try to
caveat.
sell
She said,
that.
unless you have life-threatening allergies or dietary restrictions to follow. While this line is being delivered, you can also see on the screen that the boy who has diabetes is taking a reading of his blood sugar and then gets the green light. So he's good to go for having a s'more with his friends without throwing his blood sugar out of whack. This line, as well as the depiction.
It's also why I would rather deal with Ridoid's arguments. This is just almost impossible. I just have to say, the pain, it burns, the stupidity of
cringe.
Noah Manson. Okay, why
Give me some-
Ridoid sort of arguments I can sympathize with, and I'm like, okay, fair enough. Okay, got a little bit of humor. This is just the smug death. Now, heart attack, can't do.
On screen is an acknowledgement that there are some exceptions to her statement, which would include, for example, a diabetic person's blood sugar imbalances, or most importantly, for Sean's conclusion, the dietary restrictions recommended to morbidly obese people. He just cut that line right out. And this is important,
Exactly.
right? Because this line directly refutes Sean's narrative. That Illy is
exactly. Because it
But his
assumes
diabetes is something relevant to his fucking argument.
Yes, but it doesn't matter because morbidly obese people
context.
but that's the entire point, is morbidly obese people might have diabetes, so you can't bring that up. You have to keep that out of their view because it might make
he's helping
obese.
her. He could make that argument, and that would further along his point. By cutting this out, he's making her look better by bringing up that fact you just did.
Yep. Agreed.
This, has he 4 days ago? He's definitely going to respond. Okay, he'll probably bring up that same exact point. Okay, this guy gets bodied every time by fucking. He keeps on trying to do responses to him. He keeps on getting fucking bodied, from what I know. But maybe I have just a right-wing alt-right narrative.
Promoting obesity. This phrase, dietary restrictions, rules out the more extreme situations that Sean is referring to when he says that this will cause viewers to eat themselves into an early grave. There's another equally important misrepresentation of what Illy says here, which has to do with context and framing. If you notice, Sean introduces the clip from Illy's video by calling it her advice.
Let's see Alyssa's final piece of advice.
Now, what does he mean by advice? Just general advice?
You find the context and framing argument that funny? I love it. I do love it.
As soon as I saw the mirror come up, I knew that it was gonna get like, it was gonna trigger him a little bit, because as soon as you can't bring up diabetes, and then like the way that people look at themselves, that's gonna make them feel bad for eating the way that they want to eat. It's, oh my god, it's so stupid. Oh, I'm so glad I'm skinny and I eat whatever I want.
You got one of those god metabolisms. Good for you.
I'm 6'7" and I burn off 4,000 calories a day. So I'll eat what I can,
or something.
If I don't eat everything, I get skinnier and I can't keep up my weight. So
you got one of those bodies. It's a blessing and a curse. If you don't have enough food, I'm sure it would fuck with you though.
Well, that's the whole thing. I'm a very active person. Like, my life is, I sweat every day. There's not a day that goes by where I'm not sweating.
Wow. Make sure those damn commies aren't coming for the sweat on your brow, man.
No, fuck. They are. I told you.
We are?
I
Okay.
have a farm.
Specific. Well, seeing as his conclusion from this
Grow our
advice
own
is that Illy
food.
might kill fat people by enabling them to overeat, it's safe to assume, I think, that when he says advice, what he actually means is nutritional advice. You know, advice for dieting and weight loss. That's what the conclusion implies. And so, when these lines, food is just food, and carrots aren't good, and chocolate is...
Yeah, I remember this video. That's one of his core arguments. If he's talking about the first video is like she's literally telling people to disregard what actual scientists are saying about nutrition, dismissing it, and even though she doesn't have any sort of expertise, is trying to give advice. I think that's the core of this. Is he going to bring it up? Are we going to get that good faith Gary moment? Am I going to be able to put up with this video long enough to find out? Probably not.
I can't. I'm sorry. It's midnight. I gotta put Lucy out, and I gotta deal with the. I gotta deal with the ducks and the geese first thing in the
Trust
morning.
me, I was gonna shut down in 5 minutes anyway.
Okay.
So
I'm
make
so
your
glad-
goodbyes. I'll
Thank
deal
you
with
so
this
much for
having.
Thank you so much for having me on the stream today.
No,
dude.
thank you
Yeah,
for
I
coming on.
I really needed it. Today's been a really tough day. I got some really serious shit going on in my life, but I've really had a fun time BSing with you and going over some stuff. You've been a really good person. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm not good. I do whatever I
we can do it
want,
again.
and
Yeah, you
hopefully,
are. No, fuck off. Yes, you are.
like to enjoy.
No,
I'd like to.
you are.
Okay, fine.
Yes, you are. Good.
I'm quotation marks good. I'll accept that. Okay, there's quotation marks. around
You're, in my opinion, you're good for me to hang out with.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
Agreed?
enough.
Agreed.
And I like hanging
Agreed.
out with you.
I like hanging out with you. And you have yourself a good night, okay?
You do the same. And stop
Okay, bye.
showing off so much on Twitter, jackass.
Fuck off.
Have a good night.
and bad are being presented as dieting advice. And yeah, you already know people were going to have something to say about that, and say about that they did.
S'mores are a diet food. Got it.
So 27 bars of chocolate is equal to a meal of broccoli, grilled tomato, mashed potatoes, and chicken. Nice to know.
I have diabetes type 3. Time to eat 4 trillion Oreos.
It's really funny, that last one, given that Illy specifically accounted for diabetic people, but Sean just didn't show it. So then there was a bunch of comments about diabetes, really good. The other alleged creators covering this video did the same thing.
Carrots are definitely healthier for you than a chocolate bar, so telling kids something otherwise is actually harmful.
What has more calories? 1 pound of broccoli or half a cup of olive oil? Half a cup of olive oil.
Did one of your professional doctors tell you this? Was the nutritionist the one that told you that carrots and chocolates are the same? I can't believe a full-grown adult actually believes this dumb shit. Here's a fact. Chocolate is high in sugar and saturated fat.
Yeah, they just go on like that for like 10 minutes. They sound like they're having a blast, honestly.
Me deplatform a smaller creator.
This idea drove the second, more serious wave of harassment, which is what led to Illy's doxing. It was also another one of the explicitly cited motivations of the doxers. Other creators cover.
Back to the audience. Back to the audience argument. Gotta love that narrative. Back to the narrative, not to the facts, not to what he had. Okay, let's see if we get doctor talk. Whoa, unless I'm missing a word, it's almost at the very end.
Democratic leaders
Gonna have a good faith Gary for us to close out on. Oh no, it comes before. I'm being bad faith Gary here. Okay, let's see the first time it's brought up and in what context it's brought up. Okay, you know that if I remember correctly, which I might not be. And ads everywhere. Ad. Okay, yeah. Let's see where he brings up doctor.
Soon to be doctor. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. As a soon to be doctor, you are making everything worse for the next generation. Little content warning here for some bad stuff. I hate this lying.
How? What? One of the times is in there. Let's see here.
Did one of your professional doctors tell you this?
Okay. That's where we were at. Okay, here, but let's get a little bit more context.
Being a good role model.
And the results are that his viewers have heard his message loud and clear. She should not be telling children that it's okay to be unhealthy. 4,000 likes. Illy, you're feeding 14-year-old insecure children lies about health. As a soon-to-be doctor, yeah, I'm sure that's true. As a soon-to-be doctor, you are making everything worse for the next generation. Little content warning here for some bad stuff. I hate this lying Jewish blank with all my heart. She needs to die. The new video she made is promoting childhood.
And what does any of this have to do with doctors or think before you sleep? Do you, does Noah Samson automatically associate doctor with Jewish conspiracy? Okay. I'm not understanding where he's making this fucking leap in logic. Okay. And this is the last time at the end. Not bringing up the doctor's angle, or am I missing it? Don't really care.
Doxing. So yeah, they did it. Mission accomplished. I imagine there's a handful of you that may be asking here, Noah, isn't all this just guilt by association? Sure, the doxers said that they hate fat acceptance, censorship, and woke ideology, but a lot of people hate those things, and they're not doxing anybody. How can Sean be blamed for a few whack jobs? And well, there's two things I'd like to say to that. Firstly, Sean and the doxers don't just happen to hold the same opinions in some unrelated way. He's the reason they hold them. These ideas didn't exist before his videos. A great way to see that, aside from
Oh, right. Yes, exactly. Ideas like Sean's came out of the ether. You know, there's just one last word before I close out. How many times does he bring up the flagging? I mean, I think that's important in an hour-long video. Okay.
Accused Illy of leading a
got
campaign of targeted harassment
campaign
and mass flagging.
Okay, we got a whole bunch in the beginning. Okay. I think I went over
YouTuber like Think Before You Sleep called her out. She threw a fit and asked her fans to mass flag his channel to get it deleted. The people.
Okay. Yeah. Do we get it again?
Appeal is when you argue your case that the video has been flagged by mistake. If the appeal is granted, then the warning is removed and your eligibility for receiving a warning.
I gotta go back
a little
bit.
It's your channel's first time violating the guidelines, you'll most likely get let off with a warning. This warning can be dismissed after 90 days by taking a policy training. If a warning is issued, it can be appealed. An appeal is when you argue your case that the video has been flagged by mistake. If the appeal is granted, then the warning is removed and your eligibility for receiving a warning on your next violation will be reset. Sean has alluded to having his finger on the pulse of YouTube's community guidelines.
Speaking of YouTube rules, and as someone who regularly reads them,
so I wouldn't be surprised if he had a clean record and a warning available to him. I haven't seen him state otherwise. However,
so is it right for her to get her audience, which is breaking TOS, what freaking a lot of people like Nick is Not Green got away with? Okay, we'll see. Next
appeal is when you argue your case that the video has been flagged by mistake. The appeal
I already did it. I'm expediting this. Okay, here.
The other claims being made to justify this deplatforming accusation is that Illy asked Sean's channel to be mass flagged. She asked her millions of followers to report the video, and this is an especially serious threat to Sean's livelihood.
Told people in her massive 2.5 million person following, my channel is on the line because Alyssa has millions of followers.
But this too is false. In terms of YouTube's review process, mass flagging doesn't actually do anything. The amount of flags that a video receives has no bearing on the reviewer's decisions. Here is YouTube's global head of trust and safety, Matt Halpern, explaining that.
It doesn't matter whether there's one flag, 1,000 flags, 10,000 flags. It literally makes no difference into how the evaluation works or whether content should stay up or stay down.
Here's this guy from YouTube's Creator Insider channel saying the same thing.
Sometimes a video with lots of flags is a result of what the team calls brigading, meaning a large group of people have tried to gang up on the.
So harassment, okay. How did they prove this brigading, okay? Does it have any sort of bias? Okay.
All videos are evaluated under the same policies, no matter how many flags they have.
This term, mass flagging, makes it sound like really scary. Mass flagging. Oh, it's a massive, huge flag, but it's not. It doesn't affect the review decision.
Yes, but it breaks YouTube's TOS if you consider off-platform content. Maybe because she didn't say it in a video, she's scot-free, okay? Scott Pilgrim free. Free light, okay. He does harp on this.
The oppression Olympics in a Michael Phelps morph suit. We can see you, man. It's not subtle. The third and final element to this deplatforming accusation is the implication that Illy was false flagging.
By rallying her audience to falsely flag Think Before You Sleep's video.
Send your fans and friends to false flag another individual.
She was false flagging his channel, being malicious and trying to get the video taken down for whatever you can.
People make fun of the leafy style gaming background footage, but I like it, to be honest. I think it's fun. A lot of shapes and colors and bright lights on the screen. It's very
Get to that.
All right, so
fucking
Illy was
point.
asking people to report his video while knowing that it wasn't reportable. That's the claim. Now, let's first establish.
No, from the video, as far as I know, she didn't even watch the video. She doesn't encourage her audience to watch the video. That's the bullshit take, if true.
That there's no actual evidence for this argument. All of Illy's posts pretty clearly indicate that her intent in flagging the video was to stop the harassment. It was.
Don't care.
Cyberbullying policy.
The video you're trying to flag does not qualify as harassment.
In no way is the video cyberbullying.
So firstly, whether or not Sean's video call. It's not my call. It's not your mom's call. You should call your mom, though. It's YouTube's call. YouTube's reviewers decide that. Their opinion is the only opinion that actually matters. And if what you're saying is true, then why are we whining about it? John has nothing to worry about. The review will come up negative. If it doesn't, then he can appeal. And if he didn't break the rules, then he'll win that appeal. A review coming up negative doesn't prove ill intent. If that were the case, then every negative review ever made would be a false flag. And that's silly. You know, these things happen all the time. Despite its silliness, though, that didn't stop some of these guys from essentially making this same claim.
Do you know what's actually in violation of YouTube's bullying and harassment rules? This Tumblr post.
What she's doing with this post right here does actually break YouTube's terms of service.
Interestingly, Sean doesn't cite the rule that she allegedly broke here, which is why no one else cited it either. They get all of their information from each other's videos and nothing more. Drama YouTube is an epistemological human centipede. I can't find the rule that Sean is referring to here, so let us know when you respond. In the meantime, though, what I have is this screenshot from YouTube support telling Illy that it's okay for her to submit the report, even if she's not 100% positive that it applies. That's an important note here, I guess, is that YouTube literally gave her the green light to do this. I probably could have mentioned that sooner, but there we go. Surprise. Enjoy. So now we're down to just the final argument, which is that Illy's report was false flagging because she didn't even watch the video before reporting it. She went solely off of her friend's biased summary, and that's a false flag because she didn't even know what he said.
Make sure to not watch it before doing that, by the way.
Go and report his video that I didn't even watch up to that point.
She hasn't even watched.
She didn't even watch the video, and she even said this herself.
This last argument is purely a moral one, right? Because it has no grounds within the guidelines. There's nothing in the rules that says.
Okay, he's waving this off simply because it doesn't go against the rules. She doesn't have to watch it. She just knows her friend is trusted flagger source here. Okay. And I'll give it a few more minutes, but I'm thinking I'm
You
done.
can't report a video based on a rundown from a trusted source. They don't make you plug in an eye tracker and play the full thing before you click flag. The moral claim here is that you should hear out the criticism. It's the right thing to do. Until you do, you have no idea what he's saying, whether or not it's actually bullying, and who knows? Maybe he has a
No, it's more about telling her audience, if true, that it encouraging all this harassment based off of someone who might have not even watched it, not encouraging her fans to watch it, think critically for themselves. Not any of the stuff. And what's with his old childhood pics? I don't know.
the point. Maybe it's worth listening
And
to.
why
Since this is a
continue?
strictly moral question, there's no real objective way to answer it.
You turn it into a moral argument instead of an ethical argument. Okay. This is the fucked up thing. All fucked up all around. Don't care about ethics. This is why I don't fucking use moral arguments in general. Because they're gay,
They don't make you plug in an eye
unreliable,
tracker
okay?
and play the
It's
full
bullshit.
thing before you click flag. The moral claim
Just-
here is that you should hear out the criticism. It's the right thing to do. Until you do, you have no idea what he's saying, whether or not it's actually bullying, and who knows? Maybe he has a point. Maybe it's worth listening to. Since this is a strictly moral question, there's no real objective way to answer it, so I'll just give my opinion. No. Illy didn't ask for this criticism. His video
Claims without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. And with that, I think I've suffered enough. Okay. If think before you sleep did not watch this, tear this whole video apart. I don't care. You can watch it, tear it apart yourselves. Have fun. I've suffered enough tonight. Although it was fun, always better with someone along like Lucifer and even, the other guy, the brother of Lanier. Took a risk with my brand. Him coming on, I coming on. Maybe someone's going to mass flag us. Maybe someone's going to call us gay lovers. Who the fuck knows? Probably going to happen more with Lucifer, given this. But for that, I'm done. Good night. And don't be a moral flagger.